Wasn't that amazing? Oh, that was so great. D&D Beyond, you're so fabulous. Hi, guys. Welcome to Jasper's Game Day. This is day number 2 of a lot of games. There's a whole lot of games. I mean, there's like, what, 80 games? 100, there's 155,000 games being played to raise money for Jasper's Game Day. We are at $7,690 right now of our $10,000 goal. So let's hit 10,000, shall we? I think we can do that. I'd like to introduce our wonderful players. So if you can, please introduce yourselves. I guess we'll start with Jason.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Jason Charles Miller, and I'm a musician and voice actor, and I'm gonna be be reprising my role as Brig Hellclaw from our show Sirens. So yeah, happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you. Jamison.
Hi everybody, I'm Jamison Stone. I'm playing Vajra Ajay Viendra. I am the CEO and creative director of Apotheosis Studios, and we currently have a Kickstarter funding right now called Sirens Battle of the Bards. You can check it out at thebardbook.com.
Awesome. And Fenway, I know that most people know you, but just in case they don't.
Hi everyone, my name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM on Twitter, and I will be playing Peanut Giggle Wish, a fairy druid, a Circle of the Stars.
Amazing. And I want to also introduce our two very special guests, Beth and Chris. Beth, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Beth the Bard. I am a professional dungeon master, and yeah, you can come hang out with me on any of my socials. It's at It's Beth the Bard. I'm going to be playing Ethel today. She is a very, very, very elderly halfling woman who has no business adventuring, but is gonna anyways. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris Gladis. I teach high school English over in just outside of Kyoto, Japan, which is where I am now, which is very early. Great to be here. I am playing Saxon, who is a retired clerk who took up wizardry after he left the home he was working for, and so is not quite as old as Ethel, but he'll do his best.
Awesome. Thank you. And if you guys want to participate, we have some donations. Your donations can affect the game. We've got $20 re-roll for a player of your choice, $10 advantage for a player or me. Oh yeah, also this isn't just for the players. This is me too. So, we can get a little wily, even though today's going to be really complicated for them. I've already won them. $15 disadvantage for a player or DM. Auto crit, $50, magic item, $100, an NPC cameo for you to be in this game at $250. So those are our donation suggestions for those things that you can do to affect the game. And also I want to talk a little bit about our sponsors. Jamison and I are the sponsors. Sirens Battle of the Bards at thebardbook.com is sponsoring. Fenway, thank you so much for letting us sponsor. It's a 5e D&D campaign and setting set in the artistic city of Salvata. And we're going to be doing this game in Salvata, and you'll get to see that not everyone who's going to be in this city are bards, right? So this should be really fun. We have some really cool stuff. Yesterday in Fenway's game, Wormwood was a sponsor. And so we wanted to show you some of the things that you can get on our Kickstarter, which is Wormwood trays. So this is the city of Salvata. It's a 10-disc district city that just keeps rising on top of one another into the heavens. And we're going to kind of give a little bit about the city, and if you want to kind of tag along with us and read about that, you can get a free sample on thebardbook.com. And yeah, so I guess we should start with house rules for those of you who haven't gamed with me before. Show me your dice, please. You should all be rolling tangible dice. Jason, you play a very dangerous game because if you drop your dice, you get disadvantage. And if I drop my dice, I get disadvantage. Did you really drop it?
No, I didn't. It's all theater.
Aha! It's like you're a professional actor or something. I don't know. I was convinced. So if you want to cast a spell or use a feature or ability, please have it in front of you. I don't memorize all these, so I might ask you, what does it do? And what do I need to roll, or how does it work? And I also do a thing called triple advantage. If you guys can figure a way to work together, you can kind of jump initiative in line and then work together to do something. You either get triple advantage, or you'll depending on what it is, you might be able to up your damage. So be creative with one another. And that's not just the help action. That's like really, really getting in there and doing something cool together. Do you have any questions for me before we begin?
So
Awesome.
You go.
If you're all settled in, let's begin the Salvatin adventure. So a lot of you have been invited to a little tavern called the Burning Candle Tavern on the 3rd district of Salvata. The 1st and 2nd districts are like a big theme park. This one's a lot more industrial. This disc didn't actually make the grand invocation happen, which is they do this big party and all this art to celebrate the amazingness and call the gods down to bless their waters, and it didn't work. So this city is twice as big, jam-packed full of people. This is where a lot of the workers and stuff of Salvata live. It's a lot of apartments, and it's a little bit more dingy and rough here. And you guys have been called to this tavern to meet up with Vlanya, who has heard that you all are interested in the rebellion, and she has a quest for you, because quests. So yeah, why don't we start with you guys waiting for Vlanya in the tavern? You guys all have a letter and a brooch, and you're supposed to be wearing the brooch on your person. So yeah, this is like a basic medieval tavern. True story.
So how big is this brooch?
Oh yeah, for you it's like a shield.
Yeah. I'm like trying to carry the brooch as a shield while like also having trouble flying because of how heavy it is. And so like I actually ride in on a little bunny because that's my companion for the druid companion. Yeah, I have a little bunny, and so I ride in on that. And she's bright orange, has bright orange hair, and all of her clothes are bright blue.
How tall are you?
I'm like 2 inches tall.
Oh, good.
Are you serious? So you're like that big?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's about the size of the brooch too. Okay, cool.
The brooch is like sitting on top of my bunny's head.
Awesome. Where do you put yourself in the tavern?
I want to go as close to probably Ethel, because I have gained a liking for her.
All
You
right,
come
and
sit
then-
right over by me, honey. You're just right here. Just like motion her towards me.
Oh, Ethel, where are you in this tavern? And what are you wearing?
Um,
Like, what do you look like?
Gonna be somewhere lower to the ground. Definitely not like up at. I mean, one of the lower spots. Especially to
booths.
accommodate booths.
Like
I'm in a
those,
booth.
those really nice round, like U-shaped booths. It's got cushion, has
Yep.
some like lattice on either side, partition.
Yep. I'm at a booth, helping Peanut in there. Ethel's maybe 2.5 feet tall. She's short even for a halfling because, old age has just kind of pushed her down. But yeah, so she is in there with Peanut. She's wearing like just robes, very simple clothing, nothing fancy, no jewelry or anything. Long gray braids, and just doing her thing, probably sipping some tea.
Awesome. And who's next?
I'm at the bar. Give me your strongest stuff for your cheapest price.
A half orc looks at you, takes the mat, and he kind of turns it up, pours it into this glass, and laughs and kind of is like, a copper piece.
That's great.
Yeah, you're going to
Anything
need to make
stronger?
a con save at disadvantage. And also, what are you wearing? What do you look like exactly?
I'm dressed in Briggs' usual attire. Kind of his sort of roguish leather armor. Brig is half bard and half rogue with his levels. So he's a sly one for sure. Usually his stuff is ready to sneak into the darkness. So lots of blacks and grays.
Nice.
And with disadvantage, I got a 10.
Perfect. You have the poisoned effect.
Nice.
Woo! Starting off right.
All right, Vajra, where are you?
I'll walk in, walk in the front door, and I'll see Brig, and I think Brig is already semi well known, and I'll see that he's poisoned, and I'll come up behind him and say, Brig Hellclaw, is it? I see that you've encountered a drink here. Would you care for me to alleviate your poison?
Encountered is right. Sure. I'd love that.
Excellent. Well, I will start to glow some magic healing, and I will cast my protection from poison on Brig, and that'll alleviate his poison.
I could
All right.
give me another one, bartender.
Like, Brig, trust me, we're gonna want to. I have a feeling that this is going to be potentially an arduous adventure. So I would encourage you to not waste these magic boons that I can bestow unwarily.
All right. We'll just have some water. Fire water.
Vajra, what do you look like as you walk in?
Vajra is a tall, he's an elf Azamar, kind of a hybrid. He has blue hair, fiery eyes, and a gigantic greatsword on his back. He's covered in runic tattoos and has a vest that offers more protection than it looks like it would.
You look like you. I love it.
I look like me.
Awesome. So with everybody set here, Saxon.
Saxon would probably be looking for, having received the brooch in the letter, he would probably be looking for other people with the brooch, which is going to lead him certainly to Ethel and Peanut. And he will just sort of approach. He's dressed. He's an older human man. He's got gray in his beard and in his hair, and he's dressed in well-worn traveling clothes. He's got a satchel at his side, and he'll sort of approach the booth and say, "I think we all have common ground here. May I join you two?
Yes.
Three. The bunny counts as three, I suppose."
Just sit.
I kind of plunk the brooch down on the table, and I come in and I sit and pull out a notebook and just make a couple of notes, put it back, and this is a little cleaner than some of the taverns I've been to, but sufficient.
That's the job.
Hi.
Yes, indeed.
The bunny's name is Walnut.
Well, hello, Walnut. It's a pleasure to meet you. And I do this, and a raven appears and hops down and just sort of pecks at some of the peanuts on the table. And he says, "That right there is Corbin."
I'm going to reach out to pet Corbin.
Corbin
Peanut.
is reasonably friendly.
Peanut's gonna hide behind the bunny.
Oh, Corbin, perhaps maybe now is not the best time to be frightening the little folk. And Corbin just sort of, and then
Vajra, since you are a battle mage, you definitely sense that a raven just popped up at one of the tables.
I'll look at Brig and say, Brig, I think that some of our other companions are over there. Let us go and join them. As we walk over, I've been trying to gather intel on one of the people here. Can you tell me a little bit about Vlanya? It's my understanding that you've been traveling with her for some time and gotten yourself into a fair bit of trouble.
Well, I mean, traveling is a generous word because she usually pops in and out of our lives. She manages the band that I'm in, the Sirens, and I mean, overall, she's never really steered me wrong, but I wouldn't be able to tell you I know that much about her other than what she presents to us. So, relatively safe, I'd say. Mostly safe.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to hearing what has been happening in this city. By the reports that I found, there's a fiend presence here. That's what's led me here. So hopefully we can get to the bottom of something, all of us
Fiend
together.
presence.
Indeed. That is my calling. I'm a demon hunter.
Well, all right. I mean, I didn't expect that here, but I should have. So, on we go.
Brig, this actually takes place later in the evening from last night's show of Sirens.
No,
So you're on a little break.
you should have seen what we were up to last night. There were like tigers, and I almost cast a fireball and exploded the whole 9th level. It would have been awesome.
I heard reports that there was quite the commotion at one of the performance venues.
Yep, that was us.
Yes, you've not been here for long, and you've already made a name for yourself. But I expect nothing less from the Sirens.
That's what we aim to do.
Awesome. So you guys are standing there or sitting there at the bar. The others are at a booth. And in walks in about 6'5" in her insanely large heels and just overdressed for this venue, wearing a crown, lots of makeup, jewelry, and a dress that is also jewelry. And she saunters in and looks around, takes a peek at Brig, nods, and Vajra notices the pin and recognizes you and kind of tilts her head over to go to the booth with the others.
Excellent. Yes, we walk over to the booth, and as I see Vanya, I say, well met, milady. I believe that we have a letter of introduction here. Please help us understand. Why have you called us to this location?
Oh, good question. Well, and she sits down and waits for you guys to sit down. And she waves her hand, and it seems that like the lattice kind of looks like it's doubled and is like there's like a magical lattice behind it. And even like this weird, and because you're inside, you definitely see this iridescence. It kind of looks like it's blocking off and subduing some of the noise from the rest of the tavern. There's not many people here, but you definitely can sense that she's trying to contain this area. Well, those of you who are here, I'm welcome. Thank you so much for answering my call to adventure. You see, there's an issue in this city. It's the Emerald Cabal, and they're really doing a number on the city and infiltrating, and it's just really hard to tell who's who. And our rebellion, well, we are not very big. So what I'm hoping is that in the next couple hours, I know this is very last minute, but there is an underground fight club. And we're hoping that you could recruit this team that's going in. And they seem very, very powerful. I think that you could convince them to join our cause.
Well, fancy lady, underground fight clubs are my middle name.
That's what I had heard. Well, what do you think? Would you guys like to participate in this rebellious endeavor?
Ina is completely ignoring Flanya, like what she's saying. She's just gonna go fly up to her crown and start like poking at it, and like messing with her hair.
She just casually, like as she's talking, as if it was nothing, she's looking at everybody talking, takes the crown off, kind of scoops up the fairy in her hand, and then places her and kind of puts the fairy on the crown and kind of taps the fairy on the head. Oh, there you go, dear. And continues talking. If you have any questions, I'm sure you have.
Say this
many.
is a fighting team. What should we be looking for? Are these very large people like our friend over here, or?
Well, it's called MFC. It's Magic
MFC.
Fighting Championships. Yes, and it's very, very interesting. They've managed to find a way to amplify the spell casting in this arena so that you don't get disadvantage.
Well, that would be quite an exciting event to be part of, or at least to witness, certainly.
I've never seen anything like it. It's actually quite interesting. It's very hush-hush, and it actually takes place next door. And you
very
guys walking in,
Next
you
door.
remember that there was a wine bar called the Crimson Barrel next door. It had a lot of really tired office workers in there.
Excellent. Blanya, is this, you said it's an underground. Is there some sort of criminal element? Are these fights to the death?
Well, what is criminal really? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that just need to make some extra cash.
Mm.
Excellent. What is the risk here to participants? Are these fights to the death?
Some people have been known to die, but you know, generally speaking, everybody just tries to knock the other person out.
Well,
Yes.
I have another inquiry. We wish to recruit this team to your cause.
Our cause, the greater cause.
Sure. What is in it for them, other than the chance, perhaps, to beat the hell out of others, as I believe some people would say?
I don't know. You'd have to
To
ask
be
them.
enticed them with.
I'm not quite sure. They're pretty badass, honestly, and
Alright.
you'll understand when you see them. But we heard they're in town, and they are mercenaries of a kind. So
No,
if they
gold
haven't
always
already
works.
been corrupted by the Emerald Cabal, perhaps they can join our cause first.
All right.
Do we have anything to leverage, either over them or to barter for them to be able to recruit them?
Well, the winning's 500 gold pieces, and that's a lot. So there's that, and hopefully, just maybe they really enjoy this city. We do have some pure cassava that might be helpful,
Oh,
Hmm.
fantastic! Yes,
and that itself is worth hundreds of gold pieces.
That stuff's great. I had some last night. You guys ever tried cassava?
I have not tried it myself. No.
Check this out.
I'm new to this. I'm new to the city. There are many things I have not tried yet.
When you drink it, it gives you the same effect as if you had slept all night. You feel
Oh, I could
refreshed.
use that.
All your spells
Yes,
are back.
indeed, Miss Ethel. I agree.
You're ready to go.
Hmm.
Did you find the drinks you were looking for at the bar, Brig?
Oh yeah, definitely. But if I had another one of those, I might not leave the place. So let's get on with the mission. I'm
Perhaps
fine.
we'll save it for the celebration.
Right? Yeah. It'll be here. Believe me, no one else is buying that stuff.
She passes along 2 healing potions, and kind of between them, a beautiful ornate bottle. And it looks like she's actually put metal on it so that it's in disguise, but she like puts it in front of all of you. Says, "Here's 2 healing potions and pure cassava, but you know, it's very rare down in these parts."
Is it one dose of cassava, or is it enough for multiple people, or one
It's
of
one
me?
dose.
And
Oh, we would last you a week. But it is 1 dose.
Is this meant for bartering, or is it meant for... This is to barter, yes?
It is for whatever you need it for. That's all I can offer.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're gonna have to convince these strangers to join our cause, we're gonna need something to entice them. So
Indeed.
we should hold on to that.
Fantastic.
Let's
Is
do
there-
it.
Is there anything
All
else
right.
you can tell us about the Emerald Cabal? If they have any association either with this venue? You have mentioned to recruit these people to the resistance. What more can you tell us about the enemy that we may encounter hidden in the shadows here?
Well, the mercenaries often wear a mask. Other than that, and it's an emerald mask. Other than that, could be anyone. This venue is pretty money forward, so they like to be neutral. But that doesn't mean there aren't Emerald Cabal there. The Emerald Cabal have infiltrated the nobles. They've infiltrated the common folk, and unless they're wearing a mask, it's just so hard to tell.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Well,
all right.
I'd say without further ado, shall we all make our way over next door and start the
Indeed.
proceedings?
Let's go hire some heavy hitters.
Fantastic. The password to get in is magic missile.
Magic missile. Got it.
Magic
Do we
missile, the mage's friend.
Do we have to cast it, or can
Oh,
we just
no,
say
no.
it?
Please
Oh,
do
okay.
not cast it in
That
there.
would be
There are a lot of
ill-advised, I assume.
civilians.
Okay.
Yes, many, many civilians. So try to be very careful. And then she looks over at Brig and kind of gives him that look.
All right, I'll be careful.
Come here, Peanut. I just scoop
Fantastic.
Peanut up.
I have told the venue that I would put together a group for them, and I didn't tell them how many would be fighting. And she looks over at Ethel and Saxon and Peanut, and you can decide how you want to do that if you choose. But yes, I told them they would have somebody to fight this other group.
We can
Oh.
fight.
We'll certainly take a look at the venue and see
Okay.
what the ground looks like. I've been in a few
fantastic.
scraps myself.
I can become a lot bigger very easily.
Oh,
Excellent.
wonderful. And frightening. Fantastic. And she looks at the bunny and goes, "The bunny as well?"
No, he's for when I'm small. But yeah, he helps me when I have to use the stars.
Oh, interesting. Well, I can't wait to hear all about it. Yes, and also here's 30 gold pieces, just in case. Just in case.
Peanut's gonna pick one up and like gnaw on it for a second to see if it's real.
Well, it starts in about an hour, so you should probably be off. And good luck.
Right.
Very much good luck. And she kind of like, and then shakes it off, waves her hand, and the lattice work disappears.
Mhm.
And nobody in the bar seems to have noticed that it happened.
Oh, it was excellent to meet you.
Yes, it was lovely to meet you as well.
Very nice to meet you.
We look forward to reporting back on our success.
And we'll meet you back here in a couple hours.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you all. And she gets up and goes to the bar and orders a drink.
Saxon's just taking notes furiously.
Hey, when she said that the reward was 500 gold for the fight, does that mean she wants us to fight and then give the other team the money?
That
One thing I didn't.
I
seemed a
think
bit
so.
unclear.
I think
Or
so.
we could support the other team.
Hmm.
Or we keep the money
Yeah.
and then we bribe them with something else.
I have a feeling there are many routes to our destination.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I'd say probably a good idea is to find what they want first, and
Indeed.
potentially if we either best them in battle, or try to acquire whatever it is that will motivate them to join the resistance. But I have a feeling that a fight is in store for us no matter what.
I did also get that impression.
I live my life that way.
Me too. She just kind of like gives everybody the death glare.
I like the way you
I,
think, Ethel.
In my time, I've found that reasoned discussion usually solves a great deal of problems. If we can hash out what people need, perhaps we can do this all without a fight at all.
I
Won't be as
appreciate
fun, but
your
okay.
enthusiasm. I am happy to assist in that way as much as we can. However, if you need, and Vajra will kind of reach back and kind of gently grasp his great sword, and you can kind of see flames start to kind of flicker off of it a little bit. Be like, do not worry, my great sword is not far away from us. Help me understand, all of you. What abilities and skills do you have that might either aid us in either battle or in the persuasion of these fellows to our cause?
Well, I myself am a wizard, a conjurer mostly of things and items, formerly a clerk for quite some time. So I find again that usually math and the numbers tend to bear things out. But if necessary, a good old firebolt to the face tends to solve problems too.
Always, yes. I manipulate nature and things like that around me. I have history and is a druid, which is what brought me to this city. It was the history of the druids in this city and what they've done. So, That is what I have to offer. What about you, Peanut?
She points to her freckles, and the stars on her face that originally looked like regular freckles start to move and change positions and make different constellations. I also use nature, but I typically more use the stars as my my weapons and my armor. And like I said, I can become a lot bigger and become stars themselves. And I also can sing a little bit. Not great, but just a little bit.
Well, I'm part sneak and part singer, so I've got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I can turn invisible if you need me to, but I can also inspire you with a tune if you need that. And I'm pretty good in a scrap as well. So whatever you need, I can fill the role.
Fantastic. Well, if it comes to it, I myself am a battle mage, so I will rush in head first, and I will try and draw the ire of our enemy. And if you can watch my flank and bolster me in any way that you can, that would be fantastic. If either of you become under duress, I have the ability to either heal you or potentially alleviate some of the danger that is around us. But I very much appreciate Saxon's words of if we can accomplish our goal without drawing blood, that would be most ideal. I think that wisdom and intellect can win the day where brute force is not necessary.
Indeed.
He's not lying because he just healed me. So,
well,
What'd you do? How'd you already get hurt?
I had an unpleasant encounter with a certain liquid. Personally, I think there was like a gray ooze in that drink, but
those oozes are not to be underestimated. I was in a dungeon once. They were everywhere. They're terrible things. Lost a good pair of boots.
Yeah.
Oh,
My good friend Brig, in the future, it would be my pleasure to actually buy you a better drink instead of you drinking the dregs. So I would be happy to throw in a couple of silver so you don't have to have the scum off of the mat, which I believe in this case was poisonous for you. So
Well, and it'll save you a spell. So
it would be a pleasure to celebrate. Go ahead, Peanut. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. She's gonna pull out like a thimble-sized cup and hand it to Brig. It's not much, but this you might like. It's a fairy berry juice.
Okay, I drink it.
It also has alcohol in it, but it's not terribly strong. But it
It's only a
does.
thimble.
Yeah.
Nice. Does it have like any properties to it?
No,
Nice.
not
Just
really.
delicious.
Just
All right, cool.
delicious.
It's great. Got that taste out of my mouth too. Thank you.
Mm.
I
then.
do not have any gold to tip before we leave. I just got to town, so if anybody else wants to leave their tip on the table, and she pulls out a butterscotch and sets it on the table. This is what I do have.
Saxon will probably take the 30 or now I guess a 29 gold and again make a note in his notebook and say I will handle the tips for the table, I think.
Delightful, thank you.
Fantastic, Saxon. We're trusting you to not cook the books there. So thank you for.
Excuse me, sir. That is an insult to my profession and to my personal honor. I have never, in all the years that I have worked as a bookkeeper, an accountant, and a head clerk, I have never fudged the books.
Oh, then you are by far one of the true and honorable ones. I have known many an accountant who sometimes their math does not always seem to add up, but it has been fantastic to be in good
and once
good
again
company.
Firebolt to the face.
Fantastic. Well, shall we go next door and see what fate has in store for us?
Indeed.
Already ahead of you. And she's like scooting off of the bench very slowly, like so slow.
Vajra will lean over and kind of offer his arm and say, "Ethel, if this is of assistance, I would be happy to help you."
Oh, thank you. She puts her arms around your arm, kind of like gives a little squeeze as she like uses your assistance to get off the bench. Taking
Oh,
Peanut
awesome.
with.
Okay, so you guys make your way next door, and it's this narrow, long, tiny little wine bar. And it looks like there's two doors at the very end. One of them actually has a restroom symbol on it, and the other one is nondescript. There's two people in this bar, and it's got really nice mood lighting. It's got some stone, it's got some wood paneling, and just a really nice looking bartender is a half elf, and he's just like kind of smiling.
Can I?
Fantastic.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Roger.
Oh, I was gonna, but as we enter, turn to my compatriots. Say, did we catch the name of this group that we are looking for, or any discerning characteristics?
We had the name. Saxon asked for it. I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of distracted.
Yeah, I can't really hear or see anything, so.
And I believe they call themselves the Magical Fighting Champions.
I thought that was the name of the league.
Oh, well, then I got the wrong name. Oh.
Well, then no. We do not have any.
All right, I think Vanya's still in the venue, so I'm gonna say, okay, I'll be right back, guys.
Right.
I'm just gonna go find out the name of these people we're looking for.
Saxon is utterly abashed.
So Saxon's not. Don't worry, not your fault. So I'll pop back in and hope that Vanya is still at the bar.
She's just drinking champagne that has some weird sparkly bits on it, and she kind of sprinkles something on it and is just drinking. It looks like she's already gone through an entire one. And she's just kind of half smiling.
Fantastic. I will saunter up and say, "Excuse me, my lady. May I take another moment of your time?"
Oh yes, how may I help you? And she has TikTok.
Fantastic. So, can you tell us the name of this group that you would like for us to acquire for you?
Oh yes, Bioklamansky.
Bioklamansky. Excellent. Can you tell us, in the off chance that we may actually have to fight them in this ring, and anything about them that might be of benefit to us? Any weaknesses, perhaps?
Well, they're very, very strong. One of them specialty is their claw-like hands. The other one is a very powerful mage of some sort, and another one is a Githyanki.
A Githyanki, fantastic, excellent. So I'm going to make a mental note of this to reply back to my compatriots. Before I leave, however, I'm going to take a couple of gold pieces and say and put it to the bartender and say, this is for her next drink. And then I'm going to take a couple gold pieces and then slide it over to Vanya and say, this is for a drink for you and I later. If you could just hold on to it for me, that would be fantastic, and we can enjoy it together after this is completed.
She raises her glass and goes back to drinking.
Excellent. I will rush back to my compatriots and fill them in everything that I've just been told.
Ding.
All right.
Yankee, huh?
The important part.
Claw
Yes,
hands.
indeed.
I got claw hands.
As soon as Vajra is back, Peanut is going to make eye contact with everyone, and then fly straight to the bar, whoever's running the shop.
You fly right to him. Is like, "Aye, who are you?" And he slides over, and you look down, and it looks like he's one of his legs is missing, and so he's been able to move over on what looks like a kind of skateboard on rails that goes back and forth.
She is very, very intrigued by this. However, she's not going to let herself get distracted. And she's going to fly right up to his ear and go, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile.
Oh, yes. All right then. Here. Clicks, and you see everyone sees that the door on the door knob on the other door that doesn't have the restroom symbol on it, that one starts to glow. It's like, there you are. Have a nice time. And he kind of chuckles.
Well done, Peanut.
Oh, thank you. Can somebody else open the door? I'm not really good with, door handles.
I got it. I walk over very slowly And I like try to grab up at the handle, and I just keep like.
Let me help you there.
I got it!
Hold, let me help you out. We have to look out for each other. It's all
Yep.
right. And I put my hand over her hand. It's like fighting for the doorknob. Open the door. There we go.
Fantastic. You open the door
Well
and
done.
you're in what looks like an office hall, like cement walls, and it's almost like magical fluorescent lights flicker at the top. Boo, boo, boo. And
Oh my God,
there's
we're
a
in hell.
staircase that goes down at about 30 feet forward.
All right. Let us proceed. Find this Bioklomansky and do the job.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
As we're going down, say, can any of you, again, I hail from another realm, and I tried to familiarize myself as much as I can. Gith Yankee, I remember that they have a kind of smaller noses and long pointy ears and teeth. What other characteristics do they possess?
They're pretty crafty. I'll give it to you that. They're more the warlike of the Giths. They're definitely the more hand-to-hand combat type. Yeah, I mean, I think they've got some sort of psionic mental powers as well, and they're born and bred to kill. So that's the one I'm most concerned about, because it's just in their DNA to fight.
Excellent. Well, it seems like they're then here at the right place, and I can understand why Vanya might want them for the resistance.
Sure, if we can get them to come over to our side, be a formidable ally. In the meantime, it's probably a formidable enemy. So, fingers crossed.
Indeed.
You guys make your way down these stairs, and it's almost like the moment you start to step down, that's when you hear everything. There's like a roar and laughter and clanking. You hear smacking, and you make it to the bottom of the stairs, and you see it in front of you. It's this massive underground fighting ring. It's got what looks like a chain link fence, except for it's also kind of see-through and iridescent, like it's maybe made out of this like magical weave. And the place is packed. You've got what looks like gambling tables on the left and the right, a bar. And as you're walking forward, you can't quite go into it without perhaps interacting with the door person, who is a very, in my opinion, you guys can tell me how you feel about this, but a very sexy Aarakocra peacock person.
Ethel is going to tilt her head and give them the eyebrows.
What my short friend here is trying to say is we would like admission to your ring here. Is there a price that needs paying, or a fee, an entrance fee perhaps?
Well, there's lots of prices here. So, yes, it's 5 gold pieces to get in, but also there's a lot of fun things to pay for to do.
Well, we'll get in, and then we'll see what we wish to perhaps partake in, I think.
Oh, good. And, you know, as they say, what happens here stays here, right?
Right, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'll fish into the gold that we got and pay for the team.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it the full 5 for me? Because I'm very small.
She is very short.
She looks down at you, or I don't know where you are floating or riding your
like
bunny, but
directly in
Should have
front of
just
her
put
face.
you in one of our bags.
She goes, I know you're kind. You are one of those very crafty ones. You get full 5.
I'm gonna like do a little kiss on her nose.
Oh. Okay, 4. But that's it. Don't tell anyone I let you in for 4.
Okay.
All right, and there's a red velvet rope. She unlocks it, and you guys pass through. There's like music playing, but you can't seem to find where it's playing from. It's like in the air somewhere, and it's kind of like riling up the crowd. And you look in the ring, and it looks like there's some mimes pretending to be fighting, like a pre-show style.
How large is the entire venue?
Oh, it's massive. The arena itself is 40 by 40. So 40 by 40, and then even bigger through there.
All right, I'm going to keep my eye out for what we know of this Bioklimansky team.
All right,
Excellent.
roll me, for standing on this side, go ahead and roll me investigation.
Okay. That is should not use metallic dice in low light. That is a 14.
You don't seem to see them here, at least not from this vantage point.
Okay. I'm sure they're here somewhere.
I'd like to use my divine sense and to detect good and evil, to kind of scan the space and see if there are any creatures either that are fiends, celestials, or undead, and they'll kind of radiate in my vision for whatever they are.
Awesome. It's like not quite 50-50, but it definitely, as you're looking around, it's like the music is just, things are popping off. There are good people here, there are bad people here, and there's undead people, there's fiendish people, and it's just kind of glowing all around you, and very sporadically.
Okay.
This you were told that this place is a very neutral spot.
Excellent. Are there any of particular fiendish quality or note that jumps out of the evil variety?
Not necessarily from where you are. No.
Okay.
Not the ones that you're looking for specifically. You have you can almost like taste it. It has a very specific glow that you know very well.
Great. Excellent. Well, I'll turn to the group and say, hey, I don't sense any heinous fiendish presence here, although it seems like there are definitely characters who are both good and ill. Shall we go and ask someone of note for this potential group and start to talk to them?
Yeah,
Well,
let's do it.
there must be an MC or some sort of organizer making sure that this whole thing goes well. I understand these things can be very complicated.
Vajra, you
Fantastic.
feel a little bit of movement on your back, and then you hear like a little voice next to your ear as Ethel has decided to climb up onto your back Yoda style in order to be able to like see past all of the bodies and be able to hear what you're saying. And she just goes, "All right, I'm here now," and just latches on.
Fantastic. I'll say, careful of the ears. When they rip off, bad things happen. So just careful of the ears.
Gentle on the ears, got it.
Thank
Oh,
you.
dear.
Yeah, all around you is there's lots of stuff to do. There's one massive bar. There's about 4 gaming tables on the sides, and again that ring. And you guys have just walked in, so you can you get a gauge from this part of everything.
Yeah,
So
is there a board on the wall or anything that might like say the schedule of who's fighting when?
nope,
Mm.
it's very hush hush, but it is very lively.
Okay.
You catch the eye, there's some women in there that are drinking and enjoying, and they look over at you and kind of eye you up and down, get distracted, and they start yelling at what's going on in the ring. You see there's like 4 mimes, and one of them is like, and then one of them pretends to be the spell that comes out and then does an area of effect, and the other one's land. So it's like a little clown thing happening over there.
I'll probably head towards the ring itself, and look around for someone who looks like they are, I guess, for lack of a better word, in charge, right? Somebody who's got a clipboard, if such a thing is available, or...
Awesome. So I'm assuming that you're basically going to kind of walk around the ring to get a look. At advantage, roll me investigation or perception.
Okay. Investigation will do.
Could I look around as well at like disadvantage because I'm blind as heck?
Or is your character blind? Yeah, totally.
It's really bad vision.
I love that you just choose to be blind and have disadvantage.
I got a 23 on that investigation.
Awesome. Yeah, you find that there is a shifter wearing what looks like a sequin outfit and a top hat, and a clipboard, and they're walking around very frantically, and they're kind of looking around. They seem to, like, you're walking this way, they walk that way, and then all of a sudden you're both walking the other, and then you kind of follow them.
I'll try to get their attention. Excuse me. I
Yes,
hate to
ma'am.
bother you. You look terribly busy.
What do you want?
We're looking for a group of fighters here called
Me too. I haven't found them.
Bioclemansky.
Oh, they're already
Bioclemansky sound ring a
here.
bell?
I'm looking for their other fighters. Vlania said that she was going to bring someone, but they're really
did she?
late, and we have to start very soon.
Wait, Vanya said she was gonna.
Send fighters is what she said.
It's us.
We're
I'm
Vanya's-
I'm getting that, Peanut. Yes. All right. I may need to talk to my compatriots a bit about this. Could you point us to where Bioclemansky might be? Perhaps we can discuss things with them before.
Oh, they're already in
Take
the
the
back. But if you want to watch, you can see here. If you want to gamble, if you want to bet against who's fighting, you can do that. I'm sorry, I'm very, very busy, and I have to find this group.
Peanut's gonna fly up and like put her hand as if she's shushing the shifter.
The reaction is "Arf," and goes to bite at you, like doesn't even realize. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of on edge right now.
We're the people you're looking for.
Oh, why didn't you start with that? Come.
I tried. He told me to shush.
And he kind of
It's a
takes his
reflex.
little sharp finger claw and he goes, okay, so you guys start in about like 20 minutes. I just needed to make sure and check you in. Yes, so you're not supposed to fraternize beforehand, so I'm gonna have a different room for you. But yes, because we don't want anyone having advantage over the other fighters. But this is your room, and there's like a little tiny dingy room. It looks more like a cell than anything else. It's just like, again, much like the hallway, it's like cement, and then magical fluorescent lights. That's not cool, but it's there.
So I'll lean into the shifter and say, we're happy to go to our designated location. However, we do need to speak to this other group before we enter the fight. So if you could kindly just let us in, that would be fantastic.
That is not how it works here. It's just not how it's done.
So I'll use my persuasion and say, there's a potential conflict of interest, and if that comes to light out on the ring, it could be catastrophic for everyone. However, just a very quick conversation will clear that up, and then we can get on our way. We just don't want to cause any trouble for your venue here, and have this be everything above board. You understand, don't you?
Roll me at disadvantage persuasion.
Can I give him
Can I assist to make it a straight roll, because I'm like right there as well, and I could be like, you better do it, you better listen to him, kind of thing. Like,
if two people want to participate in this convincing, then he will have a straight roll. But this is completely out of the rules.
I would also like to cast guidance.
You can do that. He basically is like, this would call for disqualification. So be real convincing. I want you guys to just throw it at me. Just give me more reasons to allow this to happen.
I have a +5 to persuasion too. I'm very persuasive.
And
I have a +10.
Oh, do you? Oh, maybe you should be rolling persuasion.
How even is that?
College of Eloquence, Bard.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Okay, so what I would like, and I love roleplay so much, so you've got not Yoda on the back of Vajra, and you've got Peanut, just, guidance. So please narrate to me, the three of you, what this looks like as this sparkly MC-looking shifter is sitting there in front of you, trying to figure out whether or not he should let you do this.
I thought you can. I'll even take your hand and you can cover my mouth and speak for me. That's fine.
You quiet. Now you listen here, you're gonna let us in because it's the right thing to do, and you don't want me to be disappointed in you.
oh dear.
That is right.
Oh God. Okay, so Vajra and Ethel, whichever one of you wants to have a flat roll plus the guidance, you can.
I'll gladly abdicate that.
Yeah.
Double my advantage.
Peanut is in the shifter's ear doing like the Sebastian in the Ariel Kiss the Girl song, like the whispering in the ear.
I got a 28 on persuasion.
Wow.
Hot damn. Okay.
She's got that grandma vibe,
Yeah.
So also, I just want to remind you guys, I don't know if you're players, you're in our Discord, our private Discord channel, but we're giving away the rerolls. We've got Jason, you have a reroll, Fenway, you have advantage, and Chris, you have a reroll so far. So if anyone wants to participate and donate, we actually have tiers for how you can affect the game. And with that, 28, you guys see his shifter ears underneath that hat just go, like you just
right.
grandma'd him so hard. He's like, just 2 minutes. You get 2 minutes, and that is it.
That's all we need.
Okay.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Talk to
Thank
these
you.
people.
He escorts you over there, and you guys see in front of you, I can't really share my screen. You see a Githyanki sharpening what looks like a longsword, and it's actually sharpening it with what looks like a is it a pumice that you sharpen swords with? Is that right?
A whetstone. Yeah.
A whetstone, except for this whetstone is a wand, and you see this magic coursing through it, and it looks up at you and is actually female and is like, and the other one is it is a human, and they have slicked black hair. Looks about late 20s, except for there's some type of like necrotic energy coming off of them, and they're writing in a book. The third is pretty gnarly. It's this like skeletal person, and they've got really bony claws that come out, and it looks like they have this like scarf made of shadow and these what are they called, honey? Those samurai pants?
Hakama?
Hakama, yeah. So, but it looks like it's made of shadow, and it looks up at you, and its eyes glow red. And he's like, 2 minutes. They just need to speak to you. 2 minutes. They just, yes. So, just 2 minutes, and this is not normal. So, don't do anything weird. And he looks over at Ethel and kind of 2 minutes.
And pull those britches up on your way out.
Excellent. Vajra will walk in confidently with Ethel and go to the Githyanki.
They
And,
all stand up,
yeah.
and they like prepare.
Yeah, so it's a great honor to be able to make your all's acquaintance. I can see, and I'll go to the Githyanki, I can see a fellow swordsmaster and wielder of the blade. We are here on behalf of Lanya to see if you would like to aid in our quest to overthrow the Emerald Cabal here in this city. She has granted us the ability to speak with you now to hopefully be able to understand what it is that you might desire for us to recruit you to our noble task.
They look at each other and they're like, politics. You want us involved with your politics.
A strong
That's right.
blade wielded for a just cause may be politics to some, but to others, it can be the thing that dictates life or death for the population. We've heard that you are also mercenaries and can be swords for hire, and so whatever it is that will convince you to aid us, we're happy to hear. However, knowing what requires to be a strong blade master is both internal and external fortitude, would hope that you would wish to preserve this city and root out the corruption inside of it.
You puny elf. We fight for the strong. How do we know that you are strong? You just look like, and she looks at all of you, but she also looks at Ethel and Saxon and Peanut, and goes, you want us to follow your cause. We work for the strong. And then the one with the dark hair goes, and resources. And the other one with the claws and goes, and money.
Well, that's perfect because we're strong, resourceful, and rich.
And to be fair, I saw you looking at especially Ethel and myself. Consider what it takes to be what we are at our age. There are very few old adventurers. There's old adventurers and bold adventurers, very few old bold ones. Keep
We
that
have
in mind.
more experience than all of you combined.
That is also true.
The Githyanki looks over and at the rest of them, walks up to Ethel and Saxon, grabs your hands and looks at your hands. What does she see? Like, what do your hands look like?
With Saxon, it would be, I thought like new calluses. He would because he spent most of his life writing and clerking and doing sort of spreadsheets, or whatever that means in this world. So his hands, for most of his life, were fairly soft, but they'd be harder now that he's been adventuring.
All right.
And Ethel's, they would see a little bit of wood dust from her wood carving crafts, as well as the edge of a large tattoo that actually goes up her arm under her sleeve.
She starts pulling the sleeve up and starts laughing. Is it obvious what it is?
It is a dire wolf.
Ooh.
She goes, all right, maybe. And then she looks over at Peanut and kind of gets really close, except for she doesn't have a snout. You know, she doesn't have a nose. It's like kind of cut out skeletal. And she gets really close. She's like, can you even fight? Are you even strong?
And with that question, I'm going to use one of my wild shape charges, and I'm going to grow to a full starry form. So I grow to basically human sized, and I become a large constellation, and all of the freckles on my face spread out and start shining.
That's amazing, Fenway. That's so cool. But she doesn't say that. She's a gift, you know. And she goes, all right, well, we're about to go on. And if you're a competition, I guess we'll find out how tough you really are.
I'll say then, who then among you is the strongest?
They look at each other. We're not going to give away our secrets. Out with you.
But you already have, so.
Yeah.
We know everything there is to know about you at this point.
Do you? And she actually gets up and goes, we'll meet in the ring.
Excellent. On the way out, I will mark her with a hunter's mark. I can choose a creature I can see within range and mystically mark it as my query until the spell
Nice.
ends, and it lasts for an hour. It's a concentration spell. Whenever I hit it, I get an extra D6, and I get advantage on any wisdom and survival checks to find it.
Awesome. Okay, so they rush you out, and the MC actually walks up and is like, okay, well, I don't know what you need to prepare, but you should do it right now because you're about to go on.
All right, this wasn't how I thought the day was going to go, but mage armor.
We're going on. Wait, we're going to fight? Are we going to
It
fight?
certainly seems so.
I think we have no choice but to fight them in battle, and hopefully if we beat them, we can have them join our cause and potentially give them the winnings if it comes to it. Although I think that they won't have really much of a response if they lose. If might makes right, and we are more mightful than they, then I think that they will have to join our cause.
Sounds delightful.
Fantastic. You guys go and you come out of that room, and Brig, you notice that a couple people are staring at you. Roll me a perception check or insight.
16.
Okay. You notice that some of the people staring at you seem to recognize you and are wearing emblems that you recognize, little green pins on their cloak.
Great.
They kind of disappear into the crowd, but they are looking at you.
I whisper to Vajra, I'm like, the Emerald Cabal's here. And they recognize me too. I kind of set some of their stuff on fire once. It's a long story, but they don't like me too much.
Well, Emerald Cabal doesn't like anyone who is good and just, so if they dislike you, it's for good reason then, because you, being a siren, are a man of justice and a musical acclimate. So, thank you for letting us know. Hopefully they will not cause us too much trouble.
Fingers
Awesome.
crossed, but just be on the lookout. And I try to whisper that to everybody.
All right.
Excellent. I'll cast Mage Armor on myself as well.
Okay, so anyone who's doing these preparations as you're walking up, you do that. And we're actually going to go to break because this next scene is going to take quite a long time. And I want to make sure that everyone gets that's what they get water and are well fed. And remind you guys why we're here. We are here for Jasper's Game Day, and we are raising money for suicide prevention and awareness. And Fenway, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Jasper's Game Day, like Satine said, we raise money for suicide prevention and awareness. The money that we are raising here this weekend and this week is going to the American Association of Suicidology, and will be helping fund crisis centers, hotlines, and different things that people can use to when they are in crisis. So yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And we want you guys to help affect the game. And I've got a feeling that our players are gonna need some help in this ring because, well, I got them up against some pretty bad baddie bads. So if you want to donate, please put in when you donate who the thing goes for in chat. So $10 gives a player or myself advantage. $15 gives either one of us disadvantage. $20 is a reroll for player or DM. $50 is an auto crit. That's great, especially in combat. It's double dice damage. Let's see, $100 is a magic item, and $250, your NPC will make a cameo in here, which will be hilarious because they're going to be in a ring, and we'll find out how that works out. Also, I do want to remind everyone of one of my house rules, which is one of my favorites ever. It's if you roll a 1 on your attack, you have to roll the damage and tell everyone how you hit yourself, and you take the damage. So players, get ready for that because it happens every time. So with that, we're going to go on a 10-minute break, and when we come back, we're going to let you know how much we've raised. Right now, we're at just over $8,000. We're trying to hit that 10,000 by the end of this session. We've got about an hour and a half left of the game. So yeah, we'll see you guys very shortly. Players, you're going to do just fine. Nothing's going to go wrong.
It'll be great.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Jasper's Game Day here on D&D Beyond. If you guys you're like, oh, D&D Beyond's cool. No, it's really, really cool. I use D&D Beyond like 12 times a day. Ask my husband, Jamison. He knows. I'm always on D&D Beyond. So thank you, D&D Beyond, for being such a big part of Jasper's Game Day. I at this point, I actually rely on you a lot. I can admit that too. You make gaming so much easier. Also, thank you guys for donating. This has been awesome. I don't know what our number is right now, what we're at. Fenway, do you know what we're at?
Not off the top of my head. Lisa, can you let us know? Lisa's here in the background telling us we're at $8,090.
Awesome.
Also, speaking of D&D Beyond, Will here in the background he produced all of yesterday and is producing all of today. And so I just wanted to say thank you to him, and he's down here in the Zoom right now.
Yay, thank you, Will. You're a machine. And you know, it really takes everyone on camera and all the wonderful people behind the camera to make something like this happen. This is day 2 of 14, is that right? 12? How many days are you doing
13.
This? 13 days. So we are trying to hit $10,000 today. We have 8,090. Let's crank it up. Let's get some re-rolls, some auto crits for our players. I believe you'll understand why after the first round. And I would like to thank the sponsors, Sirens, Battle of the Bards, Jamison and I, and our entire team. That's thebardbook.com. We're actually playing this game in Salvata. It's a brand new city that we created, or us and our team created. And if you want to read about it while we're playing, you can download a free sample. So enjoy that. And if you kind of want to listen to some music that will inspire you as well, there's a Sirenscape free download that you can listen to the wonderful sounds of Salvato while this is happening. So we're going to just jump back in, and I want to remind everyone that I don't know who did it, but somebody donated advantage to me. So thank you.
I don't know who that monster is.
Chris has a reroll, Fenway has advantage, Jason has a reroll, and hopefully more will come through. We are in an underground fighting ring. That's right. I sent Fenway, my dear mentee, into an underground fighting ring where it has gambling and bars, and well, it's just really fun if you like that kind of fighting thing. The rule here is what happens here stays here. And there's they have just agreed to fight a very dangerous group of only 3 adventurers, and they have 5 of them themselves in this that they're going to be fighting. They have not walked into the ring yet. They're preparing. So we've got Mage Armor cast twice. Who's got Mage Armor? Raise your hand. Okay, so we got 2 Mage Armor. Anyone else want to do anything? As you are walking around the back side, you know that the entrance is on that front side where the Peacock Aarakocra was.
Can I grab a bean out of my bag of beans and a fuzzy thing out of my bag of tricks?
A fuzzy thing?
That's actually what it's called. It's a random animal that comes out that you have to roll for. So awesome.
Yes, you totally can. Are you going? You're just like preparing it, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you're not throwing your bean or anything.
Not yet. No.
Okay. All right. Cool. People
Also
are starting to chant.
Pop out the raven.
Ah!
Familiars can be useful.
They really can.
Yeah.
Peanut, are you bringing your bunny into this arena?
No, not at all.
Cool.
Not a combat bunny?
No, it is not a combat bunny.
You have Ethel put your not combat bunny on a table, and it like surprises some of the people that are sitting at this table. There's a tiefling and an Asmar sitting at this table. They look down at it, and it's like, and they're like, cool, and they cheers, and then they drink, and they start chanting along with the crowd. Salvata, 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 and everyone, and you can hear the music that you still have no idea where this is coming from. It's in the air, and it's like it's amping up. The lights are doing this the lights are doing the thing that's happening behind me. It's just like waving magic. And this is a city, there's a lot of bards in this city, and there's dancing lights happening, but poof, 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 going along with all of the music and the chanting. And our wonderful shifter friend walks up and has just like magic emanating off of his outfit.
Do we have a
And-
chance for our group to kind of make like, are we kind of in the arena yet, or are we still on our
No.
way?
Mhm.
You're kind of in a holding area, and the peacock girl kind of is doing, wait for your turn, wait for your turn, wait for your turn. Frennick is going to announce everybody, and then you're going to go on. It's going to be just fine.
Excellent. Kind of while they have us in a holding pattern, I'm going to ignite my sword, and so it'll jump into flame, and it does extra flame damage. And I'll turn to kind of the group. And I'll turn to Brig and say, I think it might be helpful if we try and isolate and lock down combatants and take them out one at a time. I've already cast Bane on the Githyanki, so we could potentially attack that one first or others. Do you guys have any suggestions on who we should focus on? But I think that if we lock one down, eliminate them from the group and then switch to others. I'm not sure. It seemed like one may be some sort of caster. It seemed like there was an undead as well.
Always take down the biggest and scariest one first.
Well, I do have some black tentacles ready to go. If we need to sort of control a particular space in the ring, we can do that. And counterspell, counterspell, counterspell as necessary.
So you
Excellent.
guys know that the bone creature is large, actually, and then the person with the necromancy magic around him is probably about 6 feet tall. The Githyanki is only about 5'5".
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we try and maybe bog down the bone creature first, and then eliminate the Githyanki, and then rotate? Because
Tentacle the bone creature, and then we all pile on the Githyanki. And then
Excellent.
whoever's left after that, we pick one and go.
The
Excellent.
lights go down, and all of a sudden the dancing lights start spinning around this arena. The magical lattice ignites with this iridescence, and your shifter friend walks up and goes, "Welcome to the MFC Fighting Championships here in Salvata, District 3. Welcome, dear friends, dear gamblers, dear patrons. Thank you for giving us all your money. We hope to impress you with our awesome performances tonight." And the crowd just, yeah. And as they're moving around, it's like everything they say, magic seems to be seeping out of their mouth and from their outfit and enthralling everyone around them. And there's like this low chant, Salvata, 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 happening around you. Our first group, hailing from the Shadelands in Yonkoth, is Bioclamansky, and the bone creature, the necromance type of creature, and the Githyanki come out, and they're actually pretty awesome. It's like they've done this before, maybe here, maybe other places, but they're actually really like they're encasing themselves in magic and oohs and ahs, and the Githyanki does a whole acrobatic, oh yeah, she does, with her 19 on the die and her pretty high dexterity. She comes out flipping. She does this whole like wand sword situation, and then does a backflip, lands in a 3-point, and everyone's yeah. The black-haired human, he walks out, and just this shadowy figure kind of like mimics him, comes from him, and it looks like these skeletal, like spectral forms come from behind him, and he kind of does this whole like a performance and like weaves this dark green black magic, and then poof, and it kind of emanates, and these skulls go out into the audience, yeah. And the creature, the bony creature, he goes crunch, clack, crack, whoof, like this, and suddenly his hands get really big and long, actually big and long enough that go all the way down to his feet, and he's scraping the ground, and people are like ha ha, and some of them are holding their ears, it's so loud, and he just and he kind of lifts up and starts floating forward, but his claws looks like he only has actually 3 fingers, a thumb and then 2, and he kind of drags forward and does this like and everyone is cheering. You can see that the audience really likes them. In fact, maybe they also have seen them before and might be rooting for them. Yeah, so you guys, it is your turn, and the shifter on stage. Next up, we have, and you can tell that he is stuck because he forgot to ask you what your group name is and where you come from. And he shoots over at you guys and goes, "Who are you?"
We're Vlanya's Vengers.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, way to get real secret about it. Vlanya's Vengers. And
All
you
the
hear
guys with
some
green
people.
pins just
Yeah,
Oh wait, we're
exactly.
supposed to be a secret? But the scheduler knew that you were sending a team.
And he's like, and everyone's like, "Oh, never heard of them. Never heard." So how do you guys proceed on to this?
First, I stop everyone and I start like humming this little ditty about like anything they can kill, we can go faster. And then I give you all bardic inspiration, a D8.
Yay!
Yay.
And I'm like, we can go now.
All right, so you basically walk up onto the stage first. People are laughing. They're like, "Ah, what is that? This little old lady thinking, ha ha." Who goes up next?
I'll follow. Saxon will sort of walk very dignified, sort of looking around the audience. The raven sort of flapping on his shoulder, and he looks around and goes, "All right, we're the underdogs, perhaps, but I think we'll have a fair fight. It'll be very good, wonderful, very nice."
You come out and the bird looks around and is like, "Ah!" And people are just, they're laughing. They see the two of you and those massive creatures that are like, they look like badasses straight up out of a comic book. Yeah. All right, next up.
I'll go next. And all of the other, well, I'm still in my starry form, so I'm actually much larger than I was originally. And I actually look like a giant starry dragon. That's the starry form that I chose. And so the stars surrounding my body look like a giant dragon, and so I use dancing lights to make it look like there's fire coming out of the dragon's mouth.
Yeah! Dragon!
And then I'm going to cast heroism on all of my fellow cast members.
Awesome. So, good job.
Basically,
so read that one.
Yeah. Basically, I imbue all of my party members with bravery until the spell ends. Each creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. So you get 4 temporary hit points at the start of each of your turns.
At the start of each turn. Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
And we're
So
immune to
that's
frightening?
pretty cool.
Yes, immune to frighten. Yes.
Okay.
So you guys need to keep track of that. I'm not going to. All right, cool. Next up.
I want to go last.
Oh, okay,
Alright.
I'll go next then. I will have turned the flame off of my blade so I can use it on my entrance. I'll walk in, brandish, do kind of like a He-Man, brandish the sword up high and have it flame up, and then even use my cantrip of green flame blade to have kind of additional green flame, blue flame spark up kind of and shimmer across. Is this like a cage fight? Is this in a dome or what is?
Yeah. Well, right now it's on the outside, but the whole thing goes up about 30 feet. So
30 feet. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll have kind of arcing lightning kind of shoot up across and hold it up as I walk in and then go and join my fellows.
awesome. They all look back at you, or everyone around you, when that goes off. Like, yeah, fight, salvata, salvata. And then everyone looks back, and Brig, it is your turn.
The Brig takes out his war lute and he sings a little song like this. Dragon riders, breathing fire, valiant saviors of the mithril hall. Better put on your mail and raise your ale. We're Flanya's Venyas and we're gonna slay you all. And you all have double bardic inspiration from me too.
Nice.
Yay! I would totally stacks. That's amazing. I mean, how could I not let that stack? That was brilliant. Also, I straight up have chills, Jason, every single
nice.
time. Then yeah, whoo! Thank you. And also for those of you who have seen the intro to our Kickstarter, Jason wrote that music as well. So thank you for being an awesome, awesome siren. Okay, you enter, and suddenly these people are casting light on their fingers, and they're singing. They're like waving along with you in the audience, and then this drum roll happens, like a taiko drum. Do 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 boom boom boom, and you hear the MC as suddenly you realize that they are not in front of you at all. They're now outside, and they snap their fingers. Oh, snapping here. They snap their fingers, and the cage doors close. This magical cage doors, and then everyone hears, much like a video game that we all know and love. Round one, fight.
Are there multiple rounds to this? I guess we don't know. Okay,
I
fantastic.
didn't ask.
Yeah,
No, we
did
did
not.
not.
Fantastic.
All right, so we have all pre-rolled our initiatives to speed this up. So initiative 20 to 25.
Cool.
Got a 21.
Okay.
Yeah, 24.
I have a 20. Right as the doors are closing, and right as Vajra feels that something's about to happen, he's going to cast Radiant Soul on himself. So
Cool.
once per long rest, you can transform, gaining glittering eyes and 2 incorporeal wings. For him, it's more kind of an aura that emanates.
Nice.
And he has flying speed, and it lasts for a minute, but obviously for combat rounds, it's longer than the actual minute.
Yeah, well, actually, a minute's a really long time.
Yeah.
It's like 6 seconds is a round. So
Yep.
yeah, we've got Ethel and Saxon.
12 for me and also 12 for my Raven.
Okay. Ethel?
8, because even though she went out first, she is like lagging behind them, like making her way out to where they are. They walked right past her.
You almost don't even see the audience at this point because they're just, all the lights are focused on you. But you do hear them cheering and chanting. And suddenly from the other side, the Githyanki goes and is like running up towards you, and it's going to hit Vajra. So you get a magic missile. That one's coming right at you.
Oh, we weren't supposed to cast it.
So that is going to be
Breaking the rules already.
not in the other bar. So that's going to be 9, 10, 13 points of damage.
All right.
And as a bonus action, it's coming at you with its longsword.
All right.
So this has talk about battle mage. This is a pretty hardcore. However, that is a 5 on the die. That is not going to be high enough to hit your character. So you are in melee right now with this Githyanki, and she smiles this really cruel smile at you. And the human is going to cast grease on the ground in front of, and I'm imagining you guys are kind of right by the entrance as well, like within 10 feet around. And so Vajra is kind of over here, and then you guys are over here. And he casts grease on the floor, 10-foot square centered at a point. So he's off near the back. If you guys remember, this is a 40 by 40 feet this way, and then it goes 30 feet up. So he's going to go ahead and cast grease on the ground. The other creature is, let's see, he's going to, he's going to rush forward and attempt to attack Brig.
Okay.
He seems to be floating over the ground. And
how high?
Only a couple, maybe
Okay.
like 6 to 8 inches. He's not like levitating up or anything, but definitely he seems to be traversing that grease very easily. So it's going to claw at you twice. That is a 19 on the die and a 16 on the die. I believe both
hit.
of those hit. So
Crap,
that is
man.
going to be 3d10. Doop, doop, to do. That is 9, 10, 19, 19, 24, 25, 26, 27 for the first hit.
Jeez.
And 9, 10, 11 for the second hit.
Okay.
And oh, yeah, it's large too. So if the target is a creature, the Pokemon call. Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a strength. No, actually this happens. So basically you are grappled. Yeah, and he kind of pulls you up. You're 5 feet over the ground as he's clawed you like this, and he kind of has you in this like bone claw cage.
Wow.
And now it's your guys' turn. Jason, you are next.
What can I do grappled? Could I use a wand?
Well, I will say that you did have you probably had it out, so you can use a wand. You can also attempt to break free.
I'm gonna use my wand because this is the only time I can do it. I'm gonna
So you just have it like in your you're kind
my
of
idea
like
was
this,
that I was gonna
and it's just
I was
like down here.
gonna do the one ranged attack because my wand is so crazy, anything can happen with it. It's a wand of wonder, so I'm gonna shoot it at the spellcaster in the back.
Awesome. Yeah,
It's the
you
only
can
time I use it
definitely do
without
that.
harming my own party.
Yes. Also, you have advantage. Thank you for your donations, folks, for giving Jason advantage.
Thank you.
And because the way this magic ring works, it seems you have the ability to cast spells adjacent to other creatures here, ranged attack spells. So do what you want to do. Who are you going to attack?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna fire it at the spellcaster in the back.
Okay, so the black-haired human.
Yeah, and I just need to roll a percentage to see what happens.
Now, I have a question for you guys. Jason, with your advantage, does that mean that you get to roll twice and then choose one of the two rolls? Because I know that it's a random.
Yeah, could I do that?
No, you actually, if you have a
Thanks for asking.
re-roll, you can.
Oh,
I do have one reroll also, though.
You
I
can
do.
then do it. You can.
So,
So,
well, we haven't even rolled. We don't know. We don't know what's
Okay.
going to happen. So here we go.
So advantage and re-rolls are two different things. And thank you for asking. That actually clarifies it up a lot. So thank you, Jamison.
Okay, here we go. 74. Yeah, I cast Fireball on the guy.
Oh, nice.
Fireball.
Fireball.
I always look forward to whenever Jason casts in Sirens. It's just always so exciting to see what happens.
Well, I mean, I could have made a rhinoceros appear next to him. Like, who knows?
I love the grass from last night. Sorry not to metagame, but that was a lot of fun.
I just made grass grow in a 60
Oh,
foot.
it's so
It worked
funny.
though. It helped. It actually worked.
It did help.
Is that a dex save?
You know what?
It is.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
That's going to be a 15 to the dex save.
All right.
As this It just
Well,
comes
the interesting
shooting
is,
out.
with the wand, then what would be my spell?
Oh, maybe your spell DC?
Yeah, okay. We'll do that.
Yeah.
My save is 14. And he got a what?
Yeah, he got a 15, but he still takes half damage, right?
Right. So I'm assuming that it's just a regular. It doesn't really say what level the fireball is, so I'm assuming it's like just the regular,
Yeah.
minimal
It's
one.
still like what?
Yeah.
A lot.
It's still, yeah.
8d6.
Yeah, it's a bucket of D6.
Still 8d6. Yeah, so hold on, let me just roll some more. Okay.
It goes shooting off at, you see Brig and he's in this cage and his hand flicks like that. And this really strange looking wand just goes, and as it comes forward, it's
Half
kind
of
of
30.
gaining momentum.
So 15. So
It's 15.
fireball for 30.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Where did my pen go? Okay. 15. Okay. And you guys see him, he sees it coming and he braces himself, and it's like it seems to be burning through whatever like weird necrotic energy he's kind of holding the fire off with. And after it emanates, you see it's been like, it hits the back of the cage and is curled up around it, and people are cheering. They love it.
So it didn't harm the audience?
Does not harm the audience. No.
Okay, good.
There's a lot.
Rather
Okay.
not do that.
Fenway.
Okay, great. I am going to use my star map, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at the big bone creature.
Awesome. So you kind of, do you want to fly like up to, like near it? Right now it's holding Jason's character like this, Brig.
I want to go to the side so that I don't hit Brig.
Cool.
And I'm going to use my advantage.
Awesome.
I crit.
Yay! Double dice
Nice.
damage.
Yeah. So that's a lot of dice. I was
Roll
casting
it.
a 4th level guiding bolt. So that is 14 die 6.
Nice. Wow.
Let's math. 45 points of radiant damage.
Wow.
Beautiful. Okay.
I don't know if radiant does extra to the undead creature, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Sure.
see that it's just searing. So go ahead and narrate to us what this looks like.
So I grab one of the stars that is like kind of floating around my dragony form and like do one of the rolling motions in my hand, and it turns to this tiny little ball of light, and I like throw it at the big bone creature, and as it gets closer, just keeps growing and growing and growing, and as it hits it, it explodes in this big ball of starry light and envelops the creature and does all the radiant damage.
Awesome. Jason, Brig is inside of these claws, and it's like a cage around you, and you see all this happening like this far away from your face, and you can kind of smell searing undead around you. But it also smells like cinnamon and undead. So there's that.
I have a question.
Yes.
I started with the bean and the fuzzy thing in my hands. Can I use a bonus action to throw one of them?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the little fuzzy thing and I'm gonna throw it out. And it's going to be, let's find out, because I don't remember what this number is. Ooh,
No.
it's a dire wolf.
Nice. Is it friendly to everyone, or is it just existing there and now it's going to
It's-
fend for itself?
It's friendly to my companions and acts on my turn.
Cool. So it exists now. Does it get to go now, or does it get to go on your next turn?
It doesn't tell me.
Okay. Roll me a d20. And over will do a thing that I'm writing down on the paper.
17.
Cool, it goes.
Okay, amazing. All right, let's do.
And what does this direwolf look like as it is yours?
It looks like a giant starry direwolf.
Oh, like a constellation direwolf.
Yes.
Nice.
And it's going to bite the big bony creature.
Cool. It's going for a bone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does a 17 hit?
I believe it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, great. It's going to do 11 piercing damage.
Uh-huh.
And it has to succeed on a strength saving throw.
That is a 17 on the die plus.
Yes, the DC is 13. So
okay. Awesome. Man, you are a powerful pixie. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Vajra, it is your turn.
Excellent. I'm going to use my Vow of Enmity on the Githyanki, who is currently in close quarters combat with me. It is a bonus action, and I gain advantage on attack rolls against it for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 HP or falls unconscious.
Nice.
With that said, I am going to use my Flame Tongue Greatsword and attack with Green Flame Blade. And I will be attacking with advantage. My DC to hit is +6, so I shall roll now. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 to hit. Does that hit? No, excellent. Okay, now I have Bardic Inspiration. Is this a time? Not.
Yes.
Is this a time
I
can use?
Perfect time. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
perfect time to Bardic. Roll.
Yeah.
These Bardic Inspiration. These were a D8, and I roll a D8, and then I just add that to my
Yeah.
roll. Correct. Okay, so 16, 17, 18. Does an 18 hit?
It sure does.
Excellent. Okay, fantastic.
So go ahead and roll the damage. And also, this is an evil creature. Lawful evil, but evil, and narrate what this looks like, because you just did a whole lot of things, and you're angelic and also.
And I'm now going to divine smite on top of this too. So I gotta add up all this craziness. I have 2d6.
Is a divine smite a bonus action?
It is a special action. So it doesn't count for one of the actions.
Perfect.
It's one of those special paladin things.
Cool.
So I've got 2d6 plus 3. So right off the bat, that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for the normal attack. And I have him also under Hunter's Mark, which gives me an additional.
You guys are badass.
1d6. That's an additional 6. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do this as fast as I physically can. I then have him under Radiant, which does an additional 8.
Nice.
And because I also use Green Flame Blade, that is 1d8. That's an additional 8.
All right, somebody keeping track of these numbers, because I'm lost.
I'm writing them down. I'm writing them down. It's like the one thing a paladin's good for is just stacking damage. And that's fire damage. And then there's an additional 2d6 for the actual flame. So that's 3. And then divine smite.
Didn't you
80
have green
trillion damage.
And you have green flame.
Yeah, I did the green flame. Is anyone is anyone within distance for green flame? Is there anyone else near to me?
No.
Okay, all right. It's just all going on the Githyanki then. And then my divine smite is 2d8.
We're gonna need to just put them all in a bucket, and it'll be called the Vajra special, and then you just roll them all.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's an additional 10. And then I also get extra attack. So I can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action. So then I can do all that again.
Cool.
Like,
What is
so
the
we'll just
what
add
is
all
that
that
damage?
up, I guess. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
add all that up. All right, let me pull up my calculator.
You see her crack a smile when you do all that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Excellent. I'm trying to impress them to gather them to our cause.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's a total of 48 damage on swing number 1.
Awesome.
And it's a combination of fire damage and radiant damage.
Perfect. Beautiful.
And then I swing again. I don't know if I can stack divine smite.
No, that only goes on your
again.
first attack.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think that's just for the single. Should we just average the second attack with all of the additional bonuses? Just like, I don't know.
You got to
all
roll
the-
the things. This is
All
what
right,
this
I'll
is
roll
the
it all
fun
again.
part.
Here we go.
Just so you guys
Roll the
know.
clackety clacks.
Yeah,
I have the
Jamison and
dice
I
here.
play couples D&D, and he's a 4th level Vajra in that.
Now we're
and-
8th level. So it's a
Yeah, he wanted to be able to roll the dice. So, so what did you get to hit?
So to hit here with advantage, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yes, totally hits.
Excellent. So let's do this all over.
All right, the people in chat says each attack can be a smite.
Excellent. All right, so we might as well smite again.
So why don't you do this? Gather
just-
all the dice
Okay.
together.
There we
Yeah,
go.
so we're gonna do
2d6.
all the dice. 2d6 plus what?
There's so many d6. 2d6 plus
2d6
another 2d6 plus a
a
d8.
Plus a
So
d8.
2d6
Just-
plus another d6 plus a d8. I know this is like the one good thing a paladin's good for, and then after that they just
Clear
sound
vibes.
really righteous. That's
1
it.
plus 2
Let-
plus 2 plus 1. All right.
Len037 in chat says, hey, this is not Mathfinder.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, this is why I use a calculator, because it can get really intense. Yeah. So your paladin is flying, it's radiating, it's got a fire blade, it's smiting, and this Githyanki's like taking the hit and just laughing the whole time.
You get 5
That's
plus 4
unnerving. All right.
plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus an additional 8, and then divine smite on top of that. 2.
All right. Saxon, you are on deck.
Okay.
That's an additional 14. All right, that
There's
was
some really awesome paladin back and forth happening in chat as well, and they are saying that you would not get an extra attack because of some of the things that you have used. But
Okay.
since this is a charity game, and this is probably the only time that you're going to be Vajra with me at 8th level for the
Yeah.
until next year, I think you should be able to go and roll it all.
right.
So go
There's
for
an
it.
additional 34 points.
Okay,
don't-
she just smiles.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's never good.
But you are still in melee with her. So you in your melee with the Gith, and it is Saxon's turn.
All right, so I will. I'll tell the raven. I'll say, Corbin, help Vajra. And so the raven is gonna fly over and give Vajra the help action, basically harassing the Githyanki as best it can. This may not last very long. We'll see. But Saxon will then look over at the spellcaster on the other side of the ring, and he'll say, first there was fire, and then there was ice, and cast what is it, ice storm at it. A giant hunk of
Ooh.
ice just materializes and falls on the spellcaster. So the spellcaster needs to make a dex saving throw, 16 DC.
Ooh, that's a 17 on the die. My Satine dice
Nuts.
are good.
Still takes half damage.
That's wonderful.
So 2d8 bludgeoning. We'll do that first.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 7 points of bludgeoning halved to 3.
Okay.
and then 4d6 of cold.
Yes.
That's much better. That's 17 halved to 8.
Okay, so 8, 9, 10,
Cold
11
damage.
total.
Yes, sounds right.
Perfect.
And then the that space becomes difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
Ooh, cool. This
and
guy's
if
at the
possi-
back, right? So you
Right,
guys see this flame just go towards him. He braces himself, and the necrotic energy is just kind of getting eaten away closer. And suddenly, within that 6 seconds, an ice thing just goes plop on him, and he looks up and he braces himself again, and more that it's just getting thinner and thinner around him.
And if possible, I would like to move myself sort of away from the melee section of this.
Awesome.
Because this is
So
not where
you guys are facing
Saxon
north.
excels.
You came in from the south. You're facing north. This is how I know. I wrote on a Post-it note. And so I'll just assume you're kind of going off into the eastern, the southeastern corner.
Yeah,
to
let's
kind of
say
get
I'm going
advantage.
kind of anti-clockwise around the
Cool.
ring.
Awesome. All right. Good job, Saxon.
Okay. And I
Okay,
think
next up.
that's- Yeah.
Ethel.
So who do I? So Ethel is finally over to where everyone started, and who is nearest to her, bad guy wise?
Okay, so there's Vajra and the Gith, and there's the bone clawy creature, and it has Jason's character in this cage that it has of its hands. Seriously, I'm talking, these hands are half the size of its body.
I'm going
And
to,
it's a large creature, so it's like nasty.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna take my U cane thing, and I'm gonna hobble over to it, and I'm gonna be like humming to myself, like, "Ooh, if you're you and you only hit -2, here is a shillelagh cantrip for putting on the hits." And then I'm gonna smack it. Like, I'm just gonna try and shank it
Super duper.
Super duper. That's
with
amazing.
a 23 to hit.
Yes, that's totally gonna hit.
And it does a whopping 10 damage.
That's legit. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay. All right, you guys are whittling away at it. Is there anything else that you can or want to do here?
Not unless I can use another bonus action.
No. And it looks over at you, looks at everything that's happening around it, and Jason, you're going for a ride. It actually teleports poof, with you to another location in the ring. So it is. So this is north. This is where the spellcaster is. It's now in the northwest side, like in this area. Everyone else is kind of down here, and yeah, it now has you, and is going to try to crush you in this. So that is going to. It's still going to attack because it's attack. So let me do this. It'll have advantage on you.
As it
But you're a
moves away,
strong
I'm gonna-
cookie.
I'll be like, "You come back here, I'm not done shanking you."
Rogues are known for their strength.
Yeah,
Yes.
22 to hit and 26 to hit.
I think we know.
All right, so that's going to be 9 and 9, 18. And 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 points of damage. So 19 and 28.
Okay, I am unconscious.
Ooh.
You guys see Brig just go limp, and he's kind of like just like laying there inside of these claws, and the skull of this creature, the eyes glow, and it's like ah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's happening. And then the
Giant X's over Briggs' eyes.
and it is going to look at you, Vajra. The Gith is looking at you, and casts True Strike on you. It says you're supposed to point a finger, but it kind of gives you this nod and this grin. And they can see into your defenses. On their next turn, they gain advantage on their first attack roll against you. So that happens. And it's going to attack you with their longsword. And that is 16. Yeah, that one's going to have 16 on the die. And that is one-handed. Oh, it's not so bad. Oh. Make me a wisdom save, please.
Alrighty. I got hold on. I got a 17 in my wisdom modifier +1.
Okay, cool. It makes it. So you take 9 points of slashing damage and 4d8. Doop, 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 doop. 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. Divided by 2, that is 8 points of psychic damage. And that's going to be their turn. I think. Yes. Yes. And they're going to Misty Step away. With the mechanics, those of you out there paying attention. Yes. So you counterspell.
See that? I go, Hit him again, Vajra. Hit her again.
Thank you, Zach.
Okay. Cool. Boom. It, she looks around, not sure how that happened. Now, the other creature in the back, it moves, kind of like does this breathing thing. And it's going to breathe onto, this is going to go to Peanut and Vajra and Saxon. And that is a con save, please.
Okay.
Do I have enough dice?
That is awful. I'm gonna use up my reroll on this one. That was not good.
And
That is not better.
also, I also have my aura, so aura of protection. So people have +2 on saves as well.
Oh, that's great. And I can use Bardic Inspiration on saves, right?
Does that count for death saves?
You were fine. No, you're good. It doesn't.
A saving throw, also called a save. I'm not sure. That's a good question.
What did you end up with, Saxon?
With the +2 from that aura would be 13.
Okay, go ahead and add a d6 to that, because I
Okay.
have a reaction that it's called Cosmic Omen, and whenever a creature I can see is about to make a saving throw, I can use my reaction to have you roll a d6 and add that number to the total.
Groovy. All right.
Awesome.
Ooh,
So this
that's a 5.
cone of cold emanates from its, it
18. All right.
ignites its lungs and then. Okay. So, everybody, what did you guys get for your saves?
18.
I got a total of 13.
All right. 13
Or 13,
fails.
excuse me, 13, 14, 15. 15 with the aura as well. So 15 out of 15 counts.
Okay. 15 does not.
Ooh.
No.
Even
All right.
with, did you use your second bardic inspiration?
No, I can though. Yeah, let's do it.
You want to?
All right, I will. 16, 17, 18. Is 18 enough?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just enough. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Cool. Everyone else, did you get over an 18 or over?
I got a
18.
20.
All right, cool. You guys only take 20 points of cold damage.
Jeez.
All
right.
And while all this was happening, you did hear round 2 fight.
Did-
Because I
did-
forgot to say that ahead of time.
Did everyone gain their 4 hit point or 4 temporary hit points at the beginning of each of their turns from heroism?
I took 4 in my last turn, but
Okay.
I haven't taken 4 again. Thank you for reminding me.
I will add
Yeah.
that.
I took 4 when we started, so
I forgot, but it wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't cast it on myself, so but you know. There we go.
All right, that is their turn. So we're just going to keep this initiative. So let's see. Jason, you get a death save.
By the way, right before I want to retcon one thing. Right before I go unconscious, I yell out, "I can't die because I sold my soul to a devil."
Does that make it better or worse?
No, I mean not. I don't want to. I think it makes it way worse. I think that means I don't come back. I think that means that you guys got to go get my soul from the devil if I die.
oh
So there's no bringing me back.
Yikes.
I'm gonna use my advantage because I did not make it, but with advantage I did.
Yay!
So I
Thanks,
got
rerolls.
one
See?
death save.
This is why we do rerolls.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So I still have a reroll left too, so that's good.
Awesome. Congratulations, you're not dying yet. Okay.
Yeah, who knew that the
Fenway.
rerolls would be literally saving my life. So
Okay, I'm going to cast a 4th level Cure Wounds on Brig. I'm gonna fly up to him and can I reach through this cage? Or
Oh
did he put him
yeah.
out?
I mean, if the
Okay.
guy's only got 3 fingers.
Okay, all right, perfect. So I'm gonna reach through the cage and put my hand on Brig's shoulder and cast this. And then I also, because of my starry form, whenever I cast a spell that restores hit points to a creature, I add an extra d8 plus 4
Woo!
to it. So,
Awesome. Mathity math.
that's 30 hit points back.
Alright.
Brig.
Nice.
Nice.
Powerful
And then
pixie.
yeah, my bonus action, I'm going to throw the bean that was in my other hand.
But where are you throwing it? That's very important.
I would like to throw it at the big bony creature,
Where on it would you like to throw it?
directly in its mouth if it has one.
Oh, good.
Pyramid.
So why don't you roll to attack? It's a ranged attack. And you will have, depends on how close, okay, you're a pixie, you could probably fly up in there, it's real easy. So yeah, it's just a ranged attack.
1 second. That's a 17.
Yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
do all the rolls.
Okay. Find out what it does. A 93.
Mhm.
You are right. A pyramid with a 60-foot square base for seven. Inside is a sarcophagus containing a mummy lord.
So this thing like happens all over.
It's a 60-foot square base. So inside the thing's mouth.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. But
Oh,
Fenway broke the
what?
game. This is what it
Having a
looks
Dungeons
like.
and Daddies moment.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. Jason, you are staring up at this creature. You just opened its eyes. You see your little pixie friend Peanut run over, or fly over and throw this in its mouth. And from it, it's like, and it's really weird. The creature itself explodes, but you're safe, and you look around and everyone else is safe, and you are now inside of a pyramid. And you hear what sounds like alarms coming from the outside of this pyramid. You can no longer see people in the arena. And the Gith looks around and goes, kind of sorcery is this? You're cheating. And the dark-haired human goes, oh, Bone, you killed our friend. And they've actually stopped combat, and you guys are now inside of a pyramid, and you look over, and there is a
mummy lord.
sarcophagus, and the entire top goes,
Oh, this is not good.
and levitating up is a mummy. The Gith, she looks over and chugs a potion, so she's going to heal herself, and the human also is going to do that. If you guys want to do anything in this moment, now would be, you get one thing that you can do. Now would be the time.
I will heal. I will use lay on hands of myself and heal myself for 40 hit points.
Awesome.
Can I take one of those healing potions that we got?
I mean, you guys have them, so however, you didn't really say
think
who was holding it, so if you want to say that you magically put one in your tiny
Yeah.
pocket because it's a weird pocket of holding, I would say yes.
Okay.
I take it this mummy is not friendly to us.
Most
You
aren't.
can assume whatever you want.
I will chug
Or
the other
you.
potion. I'll chug the other potion if that's all right. What sort of potion is this again?
It's a healing potion. I will say it's a greater healing potion.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Fenway, what have you done?
I
Broke
broke
the game.
things. I broke things again.
Oh my gosh. And you see that the
44 plus 4. All right.
so okay, this is still like this square, north, south, east, west. The sarcophagus is near the middle. Let's see, Brig and Peanut, you're in the northwest corner. You've now destroyed the bone creature, and the necromancy dude is in the northeast. And Vajra, you're kind of in the like middle southeast. You're probably closer to that center area. And then in the southeast corner is Saxon. And we're gonna roll initiative again.
And
Is
is
my-
the bone?
Sorry, go ahead, Vajra.
I was just saying, is the bone is the other bone fighter like destroyed, dead, or is he
Exploded. Exploded.
Loaded.
All right. Is there any way to
I'm so happy.
reconjoin him? Into
No,
his-
he's literally all
Why
over
would you
the.
want to reconjoin him?
because we're supposed to recruit these people who are gone.
Oh,
yeah,
that ship is sailed.
Oh, well.
The funeral barge has gone down the Nile.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Hey,
You can't
Gladys
even
three ain't
see
bad.
him.
All
But
right.
everyone in the audience who's now like backed up because this 40 by 40 is now 60 and a giant pyramid, just remnants of this creature are on the outside of the pyramid. You can't hear it because you're inside, but there, for everyone that's in the audience here, there is screaming, there's buildings toppling over. It's just utter chaos. Poor Salvata.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, like we're still writing this book and it's going to be half destroyed by the time we get to publishing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my
Uh,
dire wolf with me?
Yes.
Also, we didn't get Ethel's location.
Oh, Ethel, you were with the bone creature in the beginning, so you're probably more near Vajra because
Okay.
you were doing, I think so, right? Or did you go over? I can't remember. You can be wherever you want at this point. Who would you like to be next to?
I'll just, like you said, I'll just be in the middle area. Yeah.
Okay.
And she used the free action to she pulled up her sleeve, exposing that giant like wrapped direwolf tattoo. She looks over at Peanut's direwolf, gives like a little wink, and then shape shifts into her
Oh.
own direwolf.
Nice. Very cool. Okay, we got 2 dire wolves on the playing field. We've got 40 minutes left of the show. Woo! I have to be honest. This is the most amazing. I've never had somebody 30 minutes. I've never had someone break the game like this before, and I love it. This is amazing. Okay, so Vajra, did you want to do anything? Basically, everybody gets a free thing that they can do. Oh, you healed yourself for like 40,
I healed
right?
myself. I healed myself.
Okay, cool. The other two creatures healed themselves, and they look over at you, and suddenly they don't seem to be as worried about you. They're definitely worried about what's in front of them. Okay,
Do they know what caused this mummy to come into existence? Is that clear in their mind, or
no? Nobody has any idea.
Okay. I'm going to shout out to particularly the Gith Yankees very close to me, and I'll say, "This is why we're trying to recruit you. This is the Emerald Cabal's doing. They have infiltrated even this fight. We tried to tell you before the fight commenced, but they ushered us out. The evil Cabal are heinous fiends. If we can, we'll try and heal your bone friend. We'll apply all of the magics that we can of Salvata at our disposal to bring him back. But we must ally together. You must join our cause, if not just to avenge your fallen comrade."
Okay, go ahead and roll me deception. You're like half telling the truth.
Persuasion? Can I do persuasion instead?
You're straight up lying. You're lying. This is deception.
Bob was very confused about what's happening himself. He's never seen anything like this before.
This is a deception roll.
Okay. All right, deception it is.
Oh, I can't help. I'm a wolf.
Oh my God, I legit got a 20. I legit rolled a 20. I would not lie.
All right, that is amazing. And I know you
rolled a 20.
My husband does not lie.
I would not lie about that.
No. And yeah. So okay. She says, and also thank you, Roll for Good, for rating with our adventure. And she says, Emerald Cabal, they will pay. And now we're gonna roll initiative, and I will roll separately.
Absolutely, they will. Totally their fault.
Oh my gosh!
I will just kind of.
All right, so that's 17, 37, 20. Sorry, I have to kind of say this out loud because I can't add and whatnot. Oh my God, that is a really good initiative. Okay, so 20 to 25.
21.
I need 21.
22.
I got 21.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Vajra.
Sure. But I think Brig got a 22, so that's higher than me.
Yeah.
Is Brig, Vajra, Ethel, and then 15 to 19 or 15 to 20? Yeah.
I got an 18.
Okay.
My Raven got a 17.
Okay.
It says it has its own advantage, so I'm running with that.
All right, and then the Necromancer.
By the way, I have another bean in my hand.
Oh God.
Throw the beads inside the mummy, and then
the mummy's
a dragon
That's the
comes out of the
most
mummy.
Rick and Morty thing ever. Oh, I guess I should roll for the mummy as well. Okay.
Whoopsies.
Oh my gosh. Okay, he only has a +5, so 8, 9, 10, 12.
For the mummy.
Okay, so the mummy will go last.
Well, I don't know. I rolled a 4
Oh, was that your total?
of my initiative.
Yeah.
Yes, but sorry, my total initiative is 4.
Oh, you go last.
I rolled a 5.
Nice. All right, with only 25 minutes left at this game, we are going to speed roll through this. If you guys can, roll your damage dice along with your rolls so that we can just add them up super fast. Get your calculators out and or say them out loud so someone else can add them up. I know our audience members are certain that there are some of them that are really good at math, and they will definitely be helping us out.
I have 3 advantages.
Awesome.
Here's my question. How far away is the mummy from everyone else?
It's right in the middle, so it's about 20 feet away. Well, about 15 feet away.
But 15 feet away from everyone?
Yeah, because it's in the middle.
Okay.
It's right in the middle. Yeah.
I'm going to shoot my wand at it.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
So
Well,
what I'm
you're
going to do
up.
is I'm going to shoot my wand. Well, yeah, I'm going to shoot my wand slightly behind it. Yeah. I'm gonna
Why don't
shoot
you
my
tell
wand.
everyone what wand you're shooting?
A wand of wonder, everyone.
Oh my gosh.
You know, might
What
as
could
well really
possibly go
break the
wrong?
game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm shooting my wand 10 feet behind it so that if it is a fireball or something, it won't hurt anyone else. And if it's a lightning bolt, it'll go right through them anyway. So here we go. And I do have one I do have one reroll because I used my advantage during the thing. Okay, I rolled the 35, so that gives me an animal, and then an animal appears in the space next to it. I would have to roll again. So I could either use my reroll to reroll the whole thing, or decide what animal appears. I think I'm gonna use my reroll.
Do
Okay.
it.
Reroll.
All right, guys.
Reroll. Reroll.
Oh boy, this time I got a 90, and that is a stream of 1d4 times 10 gems, each worth 1 gold piece, shoots from the wand's tip in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. Each gem deals 1 bludgeoning damage, and the total damage of the gems is divided equally amongst all creatures in the line. So I don't think there's anyone. So
No.
I'll roll 1d4. I did get a 3, so I think what that means is the mummy gets 30 points of bludgeoning damage, like
Yes.
30 gems.
Yes. That is real. That just happened. I totally accept. Okay. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good start.
30
Wait
points
a
to the
minute.
mummy.
Is it magical damage?
It says bludgeoning. It literally says bludgeoning damage on it.
So it's not a magical bludgeoning.
Well, but I mean, it would be magical because it's coming from a wand that is magic. You got to
He
think.
has a
I mean, they're
valid
coming out of
point.
nowhere, right?
Yeah.
I will say that is totally ridiculous. And I will also say that if we get another $50 in donations over the next 5 minutes, then yes, it will work because it's a lot. 30 is a lot. But really, it's just a bunch of gems. But so if anybody's keeping track of donations, yeah, if anyone's
on,
keeping
guys,
right, of
donate.
donations, $50 will allow this to happen.
Come
Otherwise,
on.
it's just a bunch of gems that kind of like pecked at it.
All right, well, we'll
Come on,
figure
folks, we
that
can
out
do
later
this.
then.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the
So
next
I will
5
do a
minutes, someone will donate.
tentative
Mhm.
30 points. Okay, next up is Vajra.
All right. I'm gonna just rush in and engage the enemy. I will cast again my vow of enmity. That is my last divine harnessing my divine power. So I get advantage roll. So I shall roll to attack.
And you're still glowing and floating and flaming.
Yes.
Those are all you.
Yes, these are things that I'm doing. I rolled a 10 and my to hit modifier is 6, so I have 16 to hit. No. Oh, so sad.
Do you have anything that
Wait,
you
can
can
I
do?
can I use my reaction to give him the extra d6 because it's on attack rolls too?
Your reaction is a what is it?
It's I'll tell you what it is.
Because you broke the game, yes, actually, yes, you can. So
It
go
is,
ahead.
Because it's a cosmic omen, and whenever a creature I can see is about to make an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, I can use my
Yes!
reaction to roll a d6.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll the d6 and
Alright,
add
I'll
it to
roll-
your.
roll a d6.
Roll a d6.
All right.
Roll a d6.
I got 2. I got an
That's
additional-
all you need. Go ahead and roll your damage, or roll your
All right,
damage.
I have gotten all of the dice that I need for this. I'm gonna roll it all in one huge pile. All right, we have. Let's see, I'll grab my calculator, make this as fast as possible. 2.
Yay, calculators!
Plus 8 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3 plus 8. That equals 48 damage, and that includes a second spell slot of Divine Strike as well.
Nice.
And that's a
48.
combination of there's some radiant in there and some flame damage. I did not use green flame blade this time because I think that was the issue of why I couldn't do a second attack last time.
Okay, so this is awesome. It is a magical attack. I'm really glad you took that weapon, honey. And yeah, okay. Gem damage is a go. We have
Yes.
38
Yay,
points
excellent.
of damage on there as well. Brig, you are hyper effective. Congratulations.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Knew the audience had come through.
Yeah,
The audience
Okay.
is awesome.
audience is awesome. Okay, so next up is Ethel.
Ethel, she is a dire wolf currently, and her first roll on a bite attack on this mummy thing was a 3, but I have advantage. I rolled again. I got a natural 20. Is it a double dice or double total damage?
Oh, double dice.
Double dice. Okay, so that would be math 25
Math rocks.
damage as she like just jumps on it and just rips into it with her teeth. It's like,
Amazing. This is non-magical, correct?
yes, non-magical.
Okay.
Oh,
You
dang
now are chewing on some bones that don't seem to affect anyone. You're
Happily.
right there, and you got it's like floss. You got the mummy floss in your dire
Oh.
teeth.
And she's gonna bonus action undo wild shape and go back to her little old lady self and have
Does
the
that
bone
mean
and
you're still holding on to the bone like this?
just little old Ethel with the bone in her mouth going, oh, whoa. Kind of sets it down, picks up her staff. All right.
Oh my god, what is happening?
She's so adorable.
Okay. Let's see here. You see from inside the sarcophagus, these insects start flying up and filling the area. And everybody make me a con save.
And remember, you're
14.
plus 2 on saves as well due to my aura.
15.
Okay.
5.
All right.
I got a 19.
21
Okay.
for me.
Remember these numbers.
7.
Okay. Is everyone gone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you got over 16, then you take half of 38 points of damage.
Oh.
If you got
Jeez.
under 16, under 16 is half. Under 16 is 38 points of damage. Over 16 is half of 38. I could do this. Yeah. So that's what happens on
Ow.
the sarcophagus's turn. And then it is the Gith who is going to, let's see, she is going to magic missile.
You see me go unconscious again, by the way.
Aw, Brig. Okay, so she's going to magic missile at this creature.
4 hit points. Oh.
Okay, and then she's going to take her longsword, which is also glowing, and attack it. Roll to hit. Yep, that hits. Okay, that's pretty good. She did some damage to it. And then the now the necromancer type character is going to switch initiative with Saxon.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it looks over to you and he like nods his head.
All right then. Firebolt to the face. Right at the mummy
Awesome.
lord. I didn't know that was going to
Cool.
be Saxon's like thing, and now it is.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So
That's
that
dex
is
save.
a 25 to hit. Firebolt. Yeah.
That hits. Oh, firebolt. Yes.
Firebolt. Yes.
Okay.
And then the 2d10 is 12 points of damage. 12 points of fire damage.
Woo! 12 points. Very nice.
Mhm.
This is 8 and then 8, 9, 10. Okay, 9. Math. Okay, cool. And then it's going to be Peanut.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna fly up to the mummy and I'm gonna try and put a bean down its mouth.
You know what? Yes,
once
do
before.
it. Oh my gosh. Okay, do the thing.
Okay, I got a 26 to hit.
Wow.
Okay, okay. All right,
Oh.
I got 100. So we'll see how that works. A giant beanstalk sprouts, growing to a height of the GM's choice. The top leads where the GM chooses, such as to a cloud giant's castle or a different plane of existence.
I got this. I
Oh.
got this.
Okay. All right.
Oh my lords, this is amazing. This is
why-
what it's D&D.
That's what D&D was made for.
You see the mummy now explode, and all the insects start crawling around the room, and there's a beanstalk in this pyramid that seems to have breached the top of the pyramid.
Right? Unexpected.
Oh, that is new. This is a weird fighting pit.
Oh, the Emerald Cabal again.
I was gonna say that darn emerald.
It's emerald colored.
It is, yeah.
I said unconsciously.
Oh, you guys look over and
Someone to take care of Brig, perhaps.
Brig is
He
sleeping.
seems a bit
Oh, yeah.
Can,
unconscious.
can I rush over to Brig and pour the pure cassava into his mouth and
Ooh.
have that
Ooh.
bring him back to life?
yes.
Okay, excellent.
You were like you get up so fast, you don't even bend. You just like you are fully rested. Also, roll me a d4. Let's see if I can remember.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. 4.
Oh, you get 2d8 hit points. Temporary hit points.
Ooh.
You know, you got that last night. Roll another d4.
3.
Cool. You basically, at some time in the next 24 hours, can activate a haste upon yourself,
Ooh.
All right,
which
I
will
like
be
that.
good and will continue into next week, next Friday's Sirens game. This is for you. That is for
Okay.
you.
Also,
Yeah,
all of this is
so make
canon.
sure you
This
hold
is
on.
great.
Yeah, this is this is
We have ruined this
self
city.
I'm going
I
to
have broken
hobble,
things.
I'm gonna hobble over to Brig as Vajra is like, fully healing him up, and I'm gonna be like, Brig, I've got a butterscotch for you, and like I hand it to you. And
Oh,
like,
thanks.
eat it. It'll give you a point of health.
Is that your good berry?
That's my good berry.
Adorable. Oh, I love it.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, he's totally healed because my butterscotch. Just
Your
so proud.
butterscotch healed me. That was the key.
I will approach
Mm-hmm.
the necromancer, sort of spellcaster to spellcaster, and say, so about that offer we made.
It will be our honor to get vengeance upon the creatures who've done this to our dear friend. We
Clearly.
fought a long time
I'm-
together, and this
I'm
is
terribly sorry you've lost your companion.
yes.
Those monsters, he will be avenged by the horrible monsters that did this to him.
And the Githyanki comes up to you and says, "You have my sword. We will help rid the world of the heinous Emerald Cabal."
Absolutely.
Amazing.
I look forward to working with you.
Is
She
there any
couldn't
way to
resist.
use your necromancy skills to bring your fallen comrade back to us?
Well, I kind of need a piece of him, and he looks around. He's like, I do not
think-
see.
I think if we go outside and I point
Perhaps,
to whatever
yes.
door there is.
So there is
Is
no
there a door
door
in this-
here. There is now only a beanstalk.
All right, we may have to climb the beanstalk.
All right, shall we find out where the beanstalk goes, everyone?
Indeed, let us.
Sure.
Don't tell me a storm giant starts crawling down.
I know.
So you guys make your way up the beanstalk.
We're now on level 4.
The discs are quite high. They're very high, and there's a lot of skyscrapers in these cities. So it is far bigger than a pyramid that's merely a 60-foot base. However, that said, you have breached the beanstalk. Kind of just ends. You see below you that this has breached the building. So there's now a pyramid coming out of this building, and you see people running out of the building. And it looks like there's carriages like zooming over to this building that have what looks like local authorities.
Oh dear, I suspect we may have to run. And oh no.
It was the Emerald Cabal. We couldn't have done anything about it.
Well, that is true. However, it seems that the pyramid may have also destroyed the tavern in which we were supposed to report back.
Go
I
ahead
do
and
hope-
roll me a perception or investigation.
I'll do investigation. I'm better on that. That's a 24.
Awesome. Yeah, so the area that was in this basement was actually bigger than 60 feet.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it seems, and it tapers up.
Okay.
And you look down, and the other buildings on this street seem okay. It's just this one building.
It's the tip of a pyramid just jutting it.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
beanstalk.
yes, I suspect we should report back of our success.
Is the shifter who was kind of overseeing the fights anywhere to be seen? Can
Oh,
we get
Roll
our
me-
200 gold?
Roll me an investigation or perception.
I got an 8.
Can't see him.
Yeah.
All right, guys, what do you do?
We need to
We're still
report back.
climbing
We've
up the
succeeded.
beanstalk, right?
You're all at the top of this
We're all-
beanstalk. And
How do
it
we get-
comes up about 20 feet over the
Okay.
pyramid. So it's like building, pyramid, and beanstalk sticking up out of it,
Okay.
like a giant weird architectural Hershey's kiss.
I like.
can-
I climb like halfway up before remembering that I can fly, and then, and then I just start flying up the rest
If
of the way.
somebody needs a hand, I can dimension door us down back to street level.
That would be nice. This is
All right.
really high.
Come along, Ethel.
Your necromancer friend also says, yes, I can do the same. And Pitt holds the gith, and they wait for you to see you down on the ground, and then they bamf right next to you.
All right.
Excellent. Are we all on the ground then now?
Yeah, you know what? We've got like 5 minutes left of the game. You're all on the ground.
All right.
Fantastic.
Let's head back
Great.
in and
Great.
try to look sharp. We've succeeded. We need to look right, look good.
Anybody got some prestidigitation on them?
I prestidigitate all of you.
I go back to my normal size, and then I look around. Can I find my bunny?
Oh no! Oh no! Your bunny is gone.
Wait, how far are we? Can I send my mage hand in to look for Bunny?
You were so far away.
Oh no!
That's what you get for ruining the city.
It was on
Me
a table inside of the thing. Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Oh.
that's real. That happened. Cool.
I
Okay.
decide that
All
I'm
right.
riding now in Vajra's hair.
Just kind of like grabbed on.
So
Awesome.
we'll go and look for Vanya.
You notice you're looking around the room, and you notice that she's not like there, and then you see that she's kind of peeking behind the curtain and just drinking, and she's like,
I found her.
This is and I gesture to our new friends. I say, we have it's a qualified success. It's been an interesting evening.
"Was that you?"
Emerald
No, it was,
Cabal.
it was the Emerald
Cabal.
Cabal.
That was the Emerald Cabal.
Yeah.
Those monsters.
How did they do that?
Cabal
Clearly
magic.
their
I-
Cabal magic
Emerald
is very
style.
strong.
Okay, so this is Vlanya we're talking about here. Go ahead and roll me deception.
Ooh, can I help? I'm so good at deception.
I'll
Yes.
give guidance whoever's
I
whoever's
know.
doing
Oh,
it.
no. This is an individual roll from each
Oh.
one of you.
Ooh,
Information.
all right.
Okay.
Is the Gith Yankee and the Necromancer with us as well, or are they not with us?
Yes.
They are with us.
Deception.
All right.
That's-
All right.
I may need to
Can
use
I-
both my bardic
Can I,
inspirations for
can I
this.
to Vlanya kind of like give a wink of almost like the reason we're saying this is because of them, to try and communicate.
Aha.
Yeah, not to deceive her, but
Mhm.
to more of to like insinuate this is part of how we brought them into the
Yes.
fold.
So go ahead and roll stealth as you are trying to do that away from them.
Peanut,
God.
however, is using both of her bardic inspirations on this.
As am I.
Ooh, bardic inspiration. I forgot about that. How much do we get? D8?
2d8s.
2d8s,
'cause
yeah.
It was from 2 people.
Woo!
Okay.
So much like I said, I wouldn't lie when I got the 20. I got a 1.
Oh,
Not-
Just do a great
awesome.
big wink.
not super stealthy on that one. Technically,
well,
I have a plus.
I got a
1.
28 though. To
Yeah.
try to convince you, I got a 28.
I got
Okay,
a-
yeah. I got a 41.
I got a 20, and I thought that sounded real good.
Oh my
I got a
goodness.
really messy 21.
It's a really good thing that Vajra is standing right closest to Vlanya, and you're all behind Vajra, hiding the fact that he's like, and she goes, oh. And she kind of looks at you and is like, well, this is why we must fight the good fight for the
Yes,
rebellion.
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so it's a pleasure to meet you. And she, they shake her hand, and you have acquired a Githyanki named, where is she? Oh no, I wrote it down. A Githyanki named Kita. No, that's not it. Kita. Yeah, her nickname is Kita, and the necromancer's name is Roderick. So you have recruited 2 of 3 people to the rebellion, and only the strong survive. So thank you, dear adventurers, for succeeding. Vlanya brings you to the bar and says, a round of your best, and you all name what you would like. And you all gather at the bar for a drink as a piece of the building next door falls right on top one of the empty carriages outside, and people start screaming and running around. And that is where we're going to end our game.
Oh, we're doing the police squad freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys
Oh,
so
much
much.
fun.
If you guys liked this little peek into Salvata, you
Oh,
can
dear.
download a free sample of our chapter 1 on thebardbook.com. Just scroll down and it's you get the music, because we have a full soundtrack. The trailer actually has Jason Charles Miller's music on it. I'm singing. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. And Fenway, congratulations.
Yeah.
This is amazing. It's only day 2. I believe we are
Yeah.
at what? 8,000,
338.
8,338.
That's
Awesome. We're going to hit 10,000 today. I believe
Indeed.
in you. I believe in all of us. So to wrap this up, I want to first thank Ethel and Saxon, Chris and Beth,
This
for
is so much fun.
participating in this auction. And it's really, really fun to play with you, both excellent role players. Where can people find the 2 of you? I will start with Beth and then Chris on the internet.
All my socials are It's Beth the Bard. So Twitter, Facebook, all that. And then I also have my website, beththebard.com, and I also run #gameschool.com with my 11-year-old daughter. It's all about D&D stuff. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. And Chris who's actually streaming from Japan. It's probably what, 7 a.m. there now?
Yeah, just about 7:30. Yeah, nice early start.
You got the whole day ahead of you.
Indeed, ready to go back to bed. Yeah, I can be found Twitter and Instagram at mshades01. You can follow if you like. I do calligraphy on Instagram, and I post that not as regularly as I should, but I should be getting back to it. So if you want to see some fancy writing, go take a look.
I do. I definitely do. Yeah. So if you can put it, someone can link to them in chat. That would be awesome. Our community is so fantastic. Thank you so much. For our players who are our professional players, we'll start with, let's see, Jason, Jamison, and then Fenway.
Great. My name's Jason Charles Miller. You can find me on all the socials under that. Except for Twitter, I'm Jason C. Miller because my name's too long. Don't get me started. Anyway, in about 90 minutes, I'm going to be DMing on GaryCon Live for my weekly show that I DM called the Gax Pack. Tune in next Saturday, because if you're doing a charity game here, I don't want to interfere with that. So tune in next Saturday, and from there on out. But other than that, I'm on the Sirens on Friday. I've got my 2 music shows on Monday and Wednesday on my own channel. I'm going to put my little. You want to follow me on my channel there. And then on Tuesdays, I have a show on for Idle Champions called Bardic Inspiration. How crazy is that? And we write a song live on Twitch with the audience. And every week we write a different song about a different character or monster in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. So it's super fun.
Oh, it's amazing. And don't forget, you have this super haste for next Friday on Sirens.
I will make a note of that right now.
Cool. Husband.
Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Jamison Stone. I'm the CEO and creative director of Apotheosis Studios. We make awesome graphic novels, and 5th edition TTRPGs. Our last book was The Red Opera, and if you enjoy Warlocks, you can come check this out. It is an epic campaign and setting focused on Warlocks. And if you like bards and bardic inspiration, check out, please, Sirens Battle of the Bards at thebardbook.com.
Yay! Fenway.
Hi everyone, my name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM on Twitter, and then at Jasper's Game Day on all of the social medias. That's what we're here for today, Jasper's Game Day. Thank you everyone who participated, who donated, who watched, all of the above. It's been an amazing time, and I may have destroyed part of a city, but that's not the focus of this.
You're going to have to fix it when you help write part of Salvata. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. That sounds about right. Anyway, make sure you stay tuned. The next game that's coming up at 7 p.m. EST is going to be DM'd by Deborah Ann Wool. And the players the celeb players are Anthony Rapp and Andrew from Roll for Persuasion. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you, Fenway. And
thank you so much, Fenway.
Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Everyone out there, I am your Dungeon Master, Satine Phoenix. You can find me at Satine Phoenix on all the socials. We have I say we because Jamison, my husband, and I stream 2 nights a week, and then I also stream 2 other nights a week on twitch.tv/Satine Phoenix. I run a production company called Gilding Light, and we have all of our wonderful people from Discord. They run their own shows, and I'm really proud of them. So go check out the Gilding Light, twitch.tv/Gilding Light. There's about 8 shows every month or every week. There's a lot happening, but we really want to celebrate our community, and that's another reason why we want to support Jasper's. It's a time, a couple times throughout the year, that we get together and show how much we love gaming and we love each other, because we can't play Dungeons and Dragons without each other. So follow me on socials, on Twitch, and thebardbook.com. That Kickstarter ends May 22nd on my birthday, which we will also be doing crazy things like
It's my birthday
running an
too.
epic. Oh, no way!
Yes!
Really?
May
Oh,
22nd.
May 22nd! Yeah.
Fantastic. Best birthday there is.
Awesome. So without further ado, we're going to get off here so that Will can take a break. And yeah, thank you guys. Stay tuned. We've got 12 more days of streaming here for Jaspers. So keep showing that support. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye,
you, everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.